Round one, fight!
I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion, 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 champion,
Round one, fight!
I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion.
And here we are. Welcome everybody to the first top 8 for the CPT of the year. It is final round in Atlanta for 2019. I'm James Chen.
Hello, I'm Ultra Dave and very happy to be here for, as James said, the first premiere of the year. Because it's the first premiere, it was absolutely stacked. There were well over 300 players. We're down to 8. And here they are, right there. Look at this guy.
They're right behind us over there. You can see Tampa Bison, you can see Brian F, Xian, Oil King, Momochi, amongst all the other players ready to throw down and find out who's the first person to win all those precious points for the Capcom Pro Tour.
That's right, it'll be 700 points to whoever does take the first place. We have another way to look at the players, that is by their matchups. Take a look at the bracket for you. So starting off will be Oil King versus Momochi. That's winner's side. Also then Brian F versus Fudo Johnny.
Yeah.
Fascinating matchup of two players for whom this is their big breakout event, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you got Punk versus Xian in the loser's side. Two players who are no strangers to a top 8. And then CJ Truth versus Tampa Bison. A couple of other players who, CJ has been playing and entering for the last maybe year and a half, couple of years, and has had success. Although the end of last year was the real big breakout in Street Fighter V, at least. For Tampa Bison, another player like CJ, strong in SF4, good player, didn't play much SF5 until relatively recently. And here he is in the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, Yipes was even saying earlier in the weekend that the last time he remembers seeing Tampa Bison in an event was last year at Final Round. He wasn't even at CEO, and he's from Florida, I
actually looked it up, and yeah, the last major that he, at least placed in a way that somebody would record was Final Round of last year, and he got 49th place.
And
so a little bit better this time. And not just, he's in top 8, but how did he get there? He beat Dogura, Fudo, 801 Strider, and then lost to MLV. And then beat MLV. after losing to Momochi. So that's a pretty good
okay,
list of players
okay.
to have gotten through. And
and the player that you lost to just kind of won Evo Japan. You know, he's in top 8 here today.
It's going to be the first matchup, actually.
He's
Momochi.
doing all right.
Yeah, so Momochi, as James said, did win Evo Japan. He is making a run here at final round as well. So for him, I mean, keep the train going, you know?
As much as, you know, I'm joking about how good he is, to be honest with you, I feel like the last year, maybe even the last year and a half, Momochi's performance hasn't been as strong as we're accustomed to after he won Capcom Cup and then Evo within 6 months of each other, right?
Like, he's been getting top 8s.
Yeah,
he has been, in fact, doing pretty well. But yeah, compared to that, like, you know, a little bit down.
Because when he won those, remember, we were just talking about like he's the best player or like ever. He's just.
Well, he really seemed like the best Street Fighter V player for a while, for sure. This weekend, he has beaten PR Balrog, Haitani, Sako, and Tampa Bison. And then his opponent is going to be Oil King. Top 8 at Evo Japan pretty recently. He didn't do so well at Capcom Cup. He got 25th, a.k.a. last place. But he did win a Premier last year. He got a bunch of top 8s. He did great overall.
I mean, getting 25th place at Capcom Cup is like, well, okay.
The worst.
That's just, I mean, man, everybody, I mean, you want to talk about stacked. That is definitely a stacked tournament.
sure.
But Oil King, you know, has really been on the rise. He has become such a strong player, probably the best from Taiwan right now. Called Oil King right now, mostly because he was a Rashid player when he started making his name, and that's just what they called him in Chinese. They literally called him Oil King.
All right.
And here he is, and they just translated it directly. And Oil King is now here, like you said, winning premieres, making top 8s, and just performing so strongly with that Rashid.
And he, this weekend, has beaten players including Dan Slip, Mena RD, Nemo, and CJ Truth. So question, who's Momochi going to play? You know, for Oil King, like you said, it's Rashid for sure. I think I was just, okay, no more speculation. I was about to say probably Zeku, but then here it comes.
Yeah, he's been putting in a lot of work with Zeku, but the nice thing about it is he's got a Colleen, you know, in the back pocket. He's played Ken, obviously, not as much anymore.
Ken and Akuma are probably still around for him, but I think it's much more Zeku and a little bit Colleen.
Yeah.
And he plays Zeku so well. I don't think anybody else transitions as well as he does between the two halves. A lot of times people will just play young, you know, unless it's like a specific kind of old zoning matchup. But he really does go back and forth.
You just have to kind of keep up that tradition. He's playing young. It's hard to get in, so, you know, you got to play young. Anyways. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Final round 2019. Top 8 starting.
All right. Right away, you can see just this meetup in the middle of the stage here. Both of them trying to establish some footsies right from the get-go. But Momochi's the first one into the corner, but gets right out of there with that Bushin flip.
It beat Fierce Mixer. Come on.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Now I don't feel so bad for that beating my like lariat and stand jab all the time. Beats Fierce Mixer.
Oh, nice. Goes for the air-to-air to prevent him out of the corner. Here we go. That is a stun to start here in the top 8. Perfect distancing. And for the reset, and another reset. There we go.
All right, some tricks.
I felt like that towards medium punch was supposed to be canceled into something, but he just let it rock. So he couldn't get a combo off of that, but then made it lead into a shimmy anyway.
Interesting. So even on a knockdown, he'd rather stay in. Well, there it is. It's finally Young. Now he gets to try to control the corner a little bit. He hasn't really yet done that. Oil King's got the grab. A little bit of pressure for him.
Yeah, and again, into the corner. So let's see how Momochi tries to get out of the corner, because that's what he's thinking. Yep.
Dude, did you see him late cancel as well? Whoa, what a god.
That is why they call him the Oil King. He is that's fortunate.
Activation.
Slide right out of the corner. He was trying to slide into V-trigger, but it worked out for him.
I'm surprised to see Oil King press the button so early and get hit by the V-trigger cancel. There it is, though.
Yeah.
Momochi's all right.
He's sitting on a full meter, so one hit will probably go into critical art just to take this round.
What a sick setup! Oil King is coming.
Oh, God, what is that? They're meeting in the air right there. Both of them hitting the button almost at the exact same time. But Oil King coming out with the victor, as the victor, thanks to having a little more life.
That's how it works.
Momochi with the head nod. It is going to be 3 out of 5, as it is during premier events, top 8.
Instantly into the Young this time. So he played the first round entirely with Old, although part of that was getting his butt kicked, and now it's Young from the get-go.
No
Part of the
anti-air.
issue, well, part of the issue with Young is that he doesn't have great defensive options. He doesn't have the best anti-airs in the game.
Yeah, he's trying to zone with that standing light kick, which is a really, really good button. But
He's got some good counter pokes for sure, and great pressure. Right now, he's in big trouble. Okay, but then into nothing.
yeah, but one of the reasons why Rashid is so strong is because his buttons are amazing. Side switch right there to get him back into the corner with the EX Eagle spike into the throw. Oil King is on a rampage here.
He really exposed the issues with Young Zeku. The anti-air is not the best. The wake-up options are not really there. After seeing that, Momochi's sticking in. Oh, okay, into Young again, trying out for the pressure.
Oh, good bait. So he's going to go for the counter hit combo. Not a crush counter, but of course, crush counter actually scales damage a little bit now.
Making it do less.
Yeah.
Oil King's got the corner again. This is where he's been a terror.
The pressure, yep. Now another throw. Oh,
Digging
wow.
in.
Okay. Activation time. What's the... Okay, spends it right away.
That was how what he did last time, and it did work out. Here he goes. Super.
Yes, there it is. Just take the round. You do not want to go down 0-2 because you didn't spend the meter to kill him, and then Oil King makes this big old comeback. There we go. Momochi with his first round. Wow, going in right away. Look at this. Going with some Bushin flip shenanigans right from the start.
Oh, very nice backwards movement.
Yeah, got right out of range of that tornado. Okay.
It was a great entire spacing. You see where he was? That was really nice. Any closer and it wouldn't have worked. Oil King not giving up, trying to press, trying to drill in deep.
Okay, but no confirm off that single hit. Air to air again. Tried to bait out a throw. A nice backdash there from Momochi to get out of that situation. He's going to be able to punish. Oh, yep. And now activation. Guess what? You have to deal with the mix-up. Spent it right away again.
Oh, no forward movement for you. That was a greedy move out of Oil King, and Momochi snuffed it out.
Yeah, I mean, look at how much life Momochi had there. He had about 60% life left. That might be one of the reasons why he activates that V trigger so quickly, because then he immediately empties the bar and everything he gets hit by will give him another one in that round potentially. Ooh, got caught out of the air by the kick of the Bushin flip. Look at this, trying to get in there, but the run stop was a little slow, giving Oil King the chance to counter attack.
Nice. The slide. Trying to start something off a little bit too far. Again, harassing with the jump ins. Great reaction. He's got the corner for himself. Now allows the jump out. Well, it was a good mix-up timing by Momochi to wake up.
Young Zeku and Rashid both have that great standing heavy punch that just like swings out like that.
There are definitely some similarities between them. Not just that, the air movement, excellent off-the-wall stuff.
It's true. Oh, okay, walk under that time. No, again.
You see Momochi walk back for the anti-air first.
Yep. Okay, activate. Here we go. The mix-up timing. Nice throw tech. Still hasn't spent it yet this time. And you know what? Oil King's very adamant about going for that throw. Went for it a second time. Momochi's still sitting on that. There he goes. He's going to get the activation. Get a good chunk of damage.
Oh, super sick. Fierce. Oil King, and then he tried for something, but no. Momochi had the crouching medium kick.
That was so sick. EX run into your face. Backdash to bait the throw.
As with every character Momochi picks, his in and out game is so good.
So good.
I mean, I see why he's playing this character. It really plays to that side of his strengths. His counter poking game is among the best, and that's exactly like that right there.
Yeah, that standing heavy punch is such a great button. Can really harass a lot of characters and outrange. And you know what? Even if it's going up against medium attack, sometimes the priority system will give it the win. Okay, here comes Oil King again. Very adamant about the throw.
Yo, still a little stand short toe.
That's such. I mean, it's such a good mix between a nice far and a close range button. You know, that light kick for the zoning and the fierce for the reaching.
Oh, that really could have been capitalized on, but Oil King didn't do it. Now he's got to find something else. Something was there. Keep it up. He's trying.
All right,
there's still a super on Momochi's side to contend with.
Yeah, because one hit is going to lead to victory right now. Anything was going to cancel into that critical.
No, it wasn't there.
Oh, there it is, right there.
That was the issue. He was just hoping that the whirlwind would get there and actually reach, and it didn't. And Momochi knew it, and he punished, and that's the game.
That's crazy, because in that first game, it felt like Oil King had all the momentum. He was going nuts. And now all of a sudden here, Momochi turning it around 2 games in a row.
I feel that the biggest thing is that Momochi is anti-airing more often. It's not every time as young Zeku, but it is a lot more. He's walking back to a better spot on screen. He did jump back short a couple of times to preemptively air-to-air. So he's shutting down some of that pressure at least.
Yeah, but he is definitely going with a
See, will walk under instead. So he's doing a good job of at least, you know, not letting himself get jumped in on for free. It's not every time, but
wondering if Oil
better.
King is ever going to try to pull off that, you know, jump instant eagle spike to try to catch the forward movement, you know? See if he tries to pull out that mix-up just to discourage Momochi. Like, now would be a good time to try to do that.
No, we'll see.
You wouldn't get damaged that much even if he blocked it, but you would put it in Momochi's head that you have that option available.
Nice. Another big part of it is Momochi just being so ready for all of that kind of stuff. Harassing with his counter poke jab, counter poke short.
Do you see how Momochi has like every button? He has the heavy punch, the standing medium punch, and the standing light kick. He's using every button that Zeku has for poking at all the right ranges.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nice. And again, Oil King just adamant about these throws. Like I said, he has very rarely shimmied. Finally, with the shimmy right there. But outside of that, he has been going for throws, I would say 70–80% of the time. Ooh. Sticking in the old Zeku right now. There it is. Change now.
Okay, that's going to work out. You can't give somebody with reactions like Momochi a chance like that.
Yeah, so you know what? Let's just start with you down 300 health.
Right.
But of course, that means no meter for Momochi. But if you notice, Momochi hasn't really been spending a lot of meter in the middle of gameplay.
Yes, that's mostly for movement.
Right.
Here he goes. The old man. Can he make it happen? Anti-air's there.
Jabs at it. Oh boy, here we go. Just
Lovely
busting
delay.
out. Yep. Goes for the throw again, but out of the corner.
So squirrely. And there you go. Momochi is at match point.
I mean, Rashid players, when Zeku jumps off the wall, Rashid players are probably like, this is how it feels. Oh, that's got to be a punish, but he was an old Zeku, so he couldn't quite punish that sweep. Oh, wow, Momochi going with the EX wake-up, but the call-out from Oil King. That's the first EX wake-up I feel like we've seen from Momochi.
Oh!
Can't make it under because of that jump heavy punch. Hits so far down. The shimmy
There's
again.
a super.
Yep.
Pretty good damage here if he wants it, but I'm not sure he'll spend it all. No, he saves it.
Oh, no. Back thrown goes. How many matches have we seen turn around because someone got back thrown into the corner?
It can definitely happen here. Momochi activates.
Oh, wow.
Slide in. Great
Slide
confirm.
with go.
Safety. That's a crazy bet.
Serious?
Oh my god, Momochi. I almost wonder if that was just a execution error.
Sometimes when I see people do that, I feel like they did it almost too fast.
Yeah.
You know, it happened with Fudo versus Daigo recently, although he would have been chipped had he not gone for that super, but I still feel like you kind of want to wait that 1/2 a second.
That's why I feel like it might have been an error, but I don't know. In any case, it is 2-2 now as a result.
Alright, so nice for Oil King here to gain a little bit of that momentum back on his side. Nice whip punish to the spinning mixer. Didn't get anything off of it though. Just the heavy punch.
Ready? Yeah, he maintains the corner.
Yep. Out of there.
There are so many forward jumps from both of these guys.
Finally changed, but Oil King knew he was going to, so he went there and made sure he got the punish for just a little. There it is!
Maybe he saved it for the final game.
Yeah.
Jumping instead of having to contend with the sweep, and now here comes Oil King. He's got the corner. It's just young man. He's in trouble. Oh, there's no anti-air.
Yeah, people are trying to challenge that tornado before it gets to them, so that's why you see a lot of people get hit in that situation. Out of there!
And no punish.
Oh,
Here he is, though,
nice.
Momochi. Yeah, good follow-up. Now he's got almost super. If you can only find one more hit confirm, and Oil King knows it, so hence the blocking.
Yeah, I know. At this point, you'd rather take that throw.
Trying to drill his way back in is Oil King here.
Oh, there
Looking
it is.
for gold.
No more V-trigger, just like that. Shot 3 of those tornadoes, and that was it. Momochi with his patented stagger pokes.
Oh!
He got the hit.
Oh, yeah,
into
has
the critical.
suspended for sure. So it's match point again for Momochi. After Oil King tries drilling for black gold and came up empty.
Right. right. Match point, as you said, to move on to winners finals for Momochi. Oil King's got to take this right now, just to tie it up to the last game, to the last round.
Oh, that was supposed to have been DP. Here's Oil King.
Ooh.
Making it happen still. There's still no meter on Momochi's side. He'd love to escape. So he tried the forward jump. Oil King was ready.
Did the wrong tornado, so it wasn't going to be meaty when he landed, but Momochi was still scared to do
No
anything.
anti-air twice. Momochi trying to get away. Here's Oil King not letting that happen for free.
Yep, again. Twice in a row now we've seen, oh no, mistimed the meaty. Did not predict the correct wake up from Momochi.
What a backdash. Momochi out to a stronger spot. He activates into Young Man. He tried for the air-to-air, no! Oil King pressuring. Again!
Yep.
He had so much life, why not? Yo!
I would have been sick if he had comboed that.
Again, as soon as that triggers there and slide is an issue, Oil King goes to the skies and he comes in for the little toe tap to even it up, match point both players.
Yeah, but I think Oil King has really done what, I was mentioning that he's just noticing that Momochi walks under him all the time. So now, all of a sudden, he's going for the Eagle Spike mix-up.
For sure.
And here we go. What a great start for him. He could have just went into the critical art right there just to build up a life lead.
What a forward jump again. How many times from Momochi? I'd love to see a stat on that.
Ooh, nice. Spends 1 bar. How many more is he going to spend? Nothing. Okay.
Oh,
man.
that's the stun.
Okay, he's trying to build that critical art. Is he going to be able to get it? Oh, there it is. Just on that hit. That is exactly what it is. Is this going to kill? It is enough, and there you go. Momochi getting that critical art on the very last hit. He was watching that super meter as closely as everybody else was. He was just like, give me that meter.
That's why he backed up and built meter for a little bit. If he hadn't done that, if he had just gone in, it wouldn't have worked out. So
yeah, that one
excellent
whip,
optimization.
That one whip uppercut before going in there, yep.
Dang, Momochi continuing. Such a strong player. He won EVO Japan. That was only a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago at this point. And he looks just as good now as he did then, and he's in winners finals.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do we dare call this the return of Momochi in 2019, or is it too early? I don't care. It's the return of Momochi. I'm happy.
Was he gone?
Not well.
He wasn't winning the majors, I guess.
He had his foot out the door.
Yeah,
that's it.
all right,
but he wasn't out. He wasn't gone yet. He was like, nah, you know what?
He did focus on some other things for a while, and in fact continues to focus on some other things. One of them is that he is helping to teach students, and among those students that he is teaching is going to be Fudo Johnny.
Yep, Fudo, of course, F-U-D-O-H, the team that Choco and Momochi have put together for their, I guess should we call them young students? I mean, he's here in the top 8 right now, and he's going to be going up against Brian F.
When they were picked, I think there was a cutoff of age 19, and now Johnny is an old man at the age of, how young would you think he is, just by taking a look at his old punim over there?
I mean, I thought he was legitimately, I thought he was maybe like 18 or something like that. Jokingly, I would say like 11.
Yeah. Well, he's 22 years old. And he lives in Tokyo now. He moved there, and he studies with Momochi. So Momochi helps him out in a bunch of ways. They go over match footage. They go over analysis. Momochi plays with the players on Fudo. And that's been obviously extremely helpful, because this is, for Johnny, the big breakout performance so far. He's never done better than 17th at a premiere before.
I mean, that was the thing. Is like you told me earlier before the stream started. He was like, yeah, I just found out he moved to Tokyo to train under Momochi. And I'm like, why would his parents let him do that?
Well, to be clear, I'm not sure that he moved there specifically to train, but he, in fact, does live in Tokyo.
Yeah, but, I was like, wow, his parents, moved all to Tokyo
to
help him. But, that's all I was thinking at that point. So.
No, he's his own man.
Nice.
And there is Brian F., his opponent. Another guy for whom this is the big breakout performance. He's made top 8s before. It's not the first time, but those have been at regionals, and never before at an offline premiere event of this caliber, like Final Round was. We mentioned that there were 300 plus. It was everybody. I mean, everybody was here this weekend, and Brian F. is one of the top players here at the end of the day.
Probably one of the most shocking things about seeing Brian F up here is, I mean, to do this well in a Street Fighter tournament for an anime player is pretty impressive,
no,
right?
for sure. He made the crossover happen.
I know, man. But look, here he is right now. He's proving that he is a multi-fighting game genre talent here. Brian F, the anime player, in top 8 at final round. Going, of course, with that Balrog. Johnny has been going with Karen. Very specific colored Karen, too. So I wonder if he's going to stick with that.
I love Johnny's use of the stand fierce. Like, you know, to play Karen well, you have to be able to hit confirm those individual hits. That's like really a huge part of playing her, and he does that. And especially with stand fierce, but not just the fact that he is reacting to it. He's placing it really well. Many times over the course of the weekend, he has been outside of a Rashid crouching medium kick and walked in to whiff punish it with stand fierce for Karen. So that I'm super impressed by. But at the same time, Brian F's whiff punishing has been fantastic too. Crouching strong has been a huge thing for him. His pressure's been good.
Right.
His neutral game has been really good. I asked him what he thought about, how he made top 8. Like, how did it happen? And he was just like, yeah, the reads worked out. Okay.
Okay, cool. Top tier advice right there. But, for the people at home who aren't aware, the reason why stand heavy punch whiff punishing, obviously the heavy buttons are slower to come out, so you have to do them much earlier to be able to catch moves during their recovery. So the fact that Johnny is able to do that so consistently with the heavy punch from Karen it's so impressive. But as a student of Momochi, are you surprised?
Right, who better to teach that? Momochi, one of the all-time greatest at that. Here we go. Obviously, the crowd is in here. Well, Brian lives now in the Midwest, but is from Florida originally.
That's right.
And there is a bunch of Florida folks in the house, including 2 others in top 8, by the way, as we'll get to later.
Oh, man. Swinging with those buttons all just outside. Oh, there we go. Gets in there with that EX dash punch.
Ooh, these sudden stabs. Uh-oh. Here comes Johnny.
Crumple and into the corner. Here's Johnny. Almost stunned, and he caught him.
Looking for the grab was Brian right there. He was hoping to hit. Did not. And Johnny chases.
But again, I mean, the standing medium kick would have hit him out of the air probably and stunned him as well.
It could have, yeah.
Standing heavy punch, because he's just ready and nice. Johnny knows that that's negative. The 2 hits of the target combo is negative, so has the punish.
Brian was also hoping that Johnny and the other players here from East Asia wouldn't have quite the experience against Boxer that he has had against Karen.
Right.
Which may be true, but so far Johnny's looking great.
Yep, there's that standing heavy kick from Balrog.
Ooh, they both had the same idea.
Trying to bait out some forward movement from the other player.
That gunfight moment.
That is, man, he is going for that long command dash in the shoulder just for the frame trap.
Hoping to trade even.
And now next hit could do it for Johnny.
Trying to block it out, Johnny. Defensive. Okay, the trigger's over, but hold on.
Look at all this. And there's one of the Season 4 buffs right there.
Yep. Here's Brian F.
Ooh, he got him.
I was going to say, it seemed like he was going back to just look for a whip punish, but so important that he dashed in first and then went back to it, because the dash implies, I'm on offense, I'm coming at you. Right. And Johnny tried to press the button. Because of that, Brian F. whip punished it.
That was like a back step, so it looked like he was going to go to defense. Then all of a sudden offense, back to a little more defense. So changing it up, that's one of the keys right there. Oh, Johnny with a misconfirm on the 2 light punches.
Ready. Johnny gets the knockdown. He's got trigger already. Dang, what movement all of a sudden from Brian?
Yeah, he is playing so aggressive.
Okay,
but
look
it was
at the
off
damage.
The ground. It was off the ground. He thought it was, I mean, it was out of the air. He thought it was going to be on the ground. So that's why he went for that upper, and it didn't hit.
Brian blocking it out.
Ooh,
he tried to go in too hard. There is a super here. It's not there yet, but next hit could be for the kill.
Oh, my God.
Got him! Brian has the confirm. He's got game 1 as well.
Caught the forward movement of Johnny, all ready for it. Brian F
trying to spoil the potential master-student winners finals.
Oh, man. How proud of Johnny would you be if you were a Momochi?
Oh, man,
to face your student in winners finals like that? Oh, man.
By the the way, I think Momochi's also rooting for that to happen because he knows all the ins and outs about Johnny already.
It's probably true. Johnny gets up there and Momochi's like, yes, so free.
Oh yeah, I'm so proud of you, kid. Yeah. That's why I look so happy. That's what the smile's about.
Now come here and get bodied. Oh, look at this. Brian F. taking the headset off. I wonder if he wants to hear the crowd cheer. Oh, what's he doing? Is he going to yell at the camera again? Or is he going to just loosening up a little bit?
Yeah, I think this is cool. I mean, it's traditionally done by the person who wins the game, but if you're feeling a particularly big moment, then you certainly have the right to wait, even as the person who won for a while. And this is, like I said, this is the big first premier top 8 for Brian. He is 2 games away from winners finals, and I can't blame him at all for feeling the moment in the way that he seems to.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely not going to be a character change for Johnny, but he was just trying to take some time, I feel like, just to gather himself, or maybe, you know, think about things a little bit, check some notes perhaps. We've seen how much Johnny gets into this. In fact, on our screen right now, we can even see it. He's talking to himself.
Yeah,
he's always
true.
just kind of like, you know. Yeah, look at this, man. He's just mouthing away over there.
Wow. Bit of a risk for Brian to take, but it worked out.
I was trying to read his lips, but then I forgot. He's like, oh yeah, he's Japanese. I can't tell what he's saying at all. Oh!
Gets the knockdown and the pressure afterwards. Safe. Oh, it wasn't meaty.
Oh, where are you going? You are just going to get punched. And
he tried it again.
Dome, he got him. Watch the dome. And there it is. Brian F. just going nuts. I mean, between this and like what we saw from Nigel earlier, you know, at the Saturday Night Fight event.
That's right. Is it Boxer's Year?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he is just, and it's being a very aggressive style boxer too.
I think it's so cool to see the little stand shorts from Brian in neutral like that too. Just to sort of, he's being active without doing too much. Oh, that was unsafe. He's trying to just buffer it.
3-frame button. And that might have been just like a whiff buffer, right? You know, hoping that he walks into it, but he walked and blocked and caused him to have 2 hits of the target combo to activate.
He's so good at hiding charge. You know, he walks back for just the split second that it takes to get the back charge for another dash punch.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from that, you know, crouching, ducking, standing, crouching, standing, crouching, standing. It kind of masks the charge a little bit.
Ooh, he was hoping for the crush, nothing came. Johnny,
okay.
Can he take it?
EX, there it is. Johnny taking that round, staying alive here. That crush again. Okay, going for the reset instead of the combo. Now Johnny going in hard. This is kind of what Brian F. did. Oh no! I'm not even sure what that was from Johnny. He just whipped that jumping light kick, but it doesn't matter. He gets the stun anyway. Crumple to the corner.
Great situation for him now. It's one little bit left. Great block. And then,
but it was just too far.
Yeah, Brian thought, oh, here's a spot where I can punish, because that is a punishable overhead. Yeah. But the range was so good that when he stuck out the button, he didn't have it. Johnny expected it. Stand short for the counter poke.
And you saw right there Fudo with a little bit, Fudo Johnny with a little bit of that nodding and talking to himself again. Wow, just finding that right moment for the sweep over there. And now here we go, towards the corner, the staggered button, not a true meaty, but just enough to get the throw or a button attempt from Brian F. The frame trap, here we go, into the corner, almost dead.
This pressure's working out so well. He stands short, one of the best closers in the game, as we saw before. Smart.
Reversal, yeah, just says.
No, he already tried the H-run. He had the same idea as before,
but he caught the overhead on the ground. Oh, here we go. Brian
still has a little bit
there. Tries to go low. Good defense from Johnny. He is not biting right now.
There's no EX.
Just blocking. Look at this.
But Great Life is at some point going to become an issue. There it was. And then the counter poke again on that stand roundhouse.
It's like, why? Why are you attacking? He shrugs her arms and smacks you in the face.
Almost a strong comeback by Brian, but Johnny had the closer.
Just a little bit of a counter poke right there.
Yeah, cautious from Brian. Didn't want to overextend.
Nice.
The buffer.
I feel like that was
okay.
a good cancel OS.
Okay. Yep. What's Johnny's move now? He's at big trouble.
Oh, okay. Just a counter poke. And he's going to side switch with that. Yep, that's the nice thing about Karen. She's got that side switch combo available. The wake up buttons from Brian, not scared.
Okay, Johnny gets the knockdown as a result.
Wants to keep the corner. Doesn't want to let Brian out, but Brian going in now.
Anything is going to do it for Brian. He knows it. Johnny knows it too. Here comes. Oh no, it wasn't confirmed. Very rare.
Heavy punch in the middle of that sequence right there. Not sure if that was. I'm not sure what that was, but it worked out. Brian F.
Yep.
Trying to take this crucial game number 3.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Wow.
No!
No!
Going to the other side.
Oh, you may be right, man. That's a bummer for Brian.
Lucky
on the for
other
Johnny.
Side. Yeah, because
just gets gifted damage.
Again, that counter poke. That's negative. Nice reaching, and then that delayed button again.
It's all falling apart for Brian.
Off of that one hit, yeah, Brian. You can see that that uncomfortable grin on his face. He knows that that whole round turned around because of that one moment there. Had he blocked it, he would have been able to get a ton of damage.
Yeah, that was a big swing, that's for sure.
Oh man, he just thought Karen was gonna go under him. You can see behind Johnny, you see Momochi talking to Oil King over there. It's like Momochi's like, I taught him that. Oh, I taught him how to do that. They were going in. They were being pretty adamant in that conversation just then. All right, see if Brian F can make a recovery off of that, because that's definitely a frustrating way to lose a game.
For sure.
Oh. Again, so right now, what we're seeing here from Johnny is the delayed meaty timing. He is getting Brian F to hit buttons so many times that Johnny has even gone to crouching heavy punch instead of crouching medium punch just to maximize the damage off of the crush counter, because that's how confident he is with that timing that Brian F is hitting buttons.
It's becoming a bit of a blow up now.
Match point now for Fudo Johnny.
Just playing the same game that he has been. It's this excellent counter-poking game. He's been able to create pressure out of it. None of it is too wild, but it's all effective.
I mean, it's one of the tough things. It's like Balrog is a good character with good buttons, but Karen is just exceptional buttons, you know?
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
Look at that. Look at the standing heavy punch.
It worked finally. Johnny be able to take it on this.
Not quite stunned, but look at the damage difference. Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh, this is doable.
Time.
It's doable. And Johnny, what's the response defensively?
One more hit into a combo into critical art, and that's it.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Oh, the overhead into. Oh, he doesn't even need it. Oh, he spent all the meter. I see. And Brian F shaking his head, saying, "Not yet, young man. Not yet." Brian F still in this right now.
By the way, only 4 years Johnny's senior.
I know. Doesn't matter. Johnny is like
trying anti-air, but the timing.
Old. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, Brian was just going to take the grab. Back to the neutral game. Okay, he's had that timing a bunch, actually. After Roundhouse, wait a split second, he's had that a bunch. It's going to be close. Not enough, but one more mix-up.
Okay. But this is where he made the comeback last time, but he had a lot of meter. Too far! Oh my God, what is happening here?
Hold on a minute. Brian's not out of this thing yet.
That's the first mix-up. He tried to go in for something, and then finally the overhead finds its mark, and Johnny is elated. Go, Johnny, go, go, go. He has made it in the winners finals to compete against his master, Momochi. And you see how ecstatic and happy he is.
Yeah, he should be. He played that really, really well.
especially.
And there at the end, there may have been an intended overhead for Brian, but it takes a while to come out.
Yeah, it got checked.
It did get checked. So good stuff out of Johnny, and as a result, winners finals is indeed going to be the master and the student.
Yeah, but again, I love the energy, the excitement from Johnny, how ecstatic he is, because that's one of those things in Japan. Playing games as a potential career is still frowned upon, even in this day and age. Daigo has talked about it in his book and how he's trying to make a perception change. And that's something that Momochi and Chocoblanca are trying to do as well. That is why they are starting the Shinobiism school. And to see them have a student like this, have an experience coming out to Atlanta, and look at the elation and happiness in him. I mean, it's a great story for what they are trying to do in Japan.
Absolutely right. Very cool to see. Unfortunate for Brian F. You got to trace part of it back to him getting hit by that super. But,
man.
I mean, he doesn't need anybody to tell him that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So hopefully for him in the loser side, he can recover, but we'll see.
Just don't be that guy to go up to Brian and go, man, I can't believe you got hit by that. He's like...
Definitely do not. Not nice. All right, loser side we go as well. It's going to be Reciprocity Punk versus Razor Xian coming up next.
Okay. And again, two players here who are no strangers to this level. Of course, Punk making it to second place at EVO. Xian, of course, a former EVO champion that was in Street Fighter 4 with Gen. Always been one of the strongest players, and still rocking that Ibuki. We were wondering if he would maybe try to pick up a little Fang for counter picking and stuff, but he said nope.
He actually laughed at us when we suggested that. We saw him at the airport. We also, when we were there, so you and I were talking earlier in the week and trying to predict which character would win Street Fighter V. My prediction was Ibuki.
Yes.
And so I told Xian, I predict Ibuki to win. In part, in my mind, because, like...
Xian is really
also
good.
Xian.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, Fujimura does look good. He was not even thinking about himself.
And, it's the craziest thing. I've said this so many times now, but Xian, he's so good. He's like the scientist. He comes up with all the crazy tech. I call that jumping kunai release the Xian because he's the first person I saw do that and everything. And yet, when you talk to him, all he ever does is like, man, Fujimura is so good. Man, Fujimura is so... I mean, to have someone of Xian's quality always be talking about another player like that, just shows how much respect he has for Fujimura. But guess who's not here in top 8?
That's true. It's fourth at EVO Japan, Punk in top 8 versus fourth at Capcom Cup, Xian.
Nice. Okay. So two players with continued success. And, Punk is a player that I've often talked about how I feel like, similar to Momochi, I don't feel like his last year was quite living up to the standards that he had set for himself the year that he got second place.
Especially in the first half of that year. The back half of the year was a lot better for him. And he's continuing to do well. Of course, in top 8, all of a sudden, Xian has trigger.
Oh, he didn't go to the other side. He stayed in the front. Xian already laying on the second layer of the mix-up right away. Oh, yep, you reach, I teach. Here we go. Oh! And Punk taking that first round. All right, Punk going with the Ingrid outfit here.
Moving in at just the right time.
And, talk about, like, his ability to get fourth place at EVO Japan.
Yeah.
That is really high level.
Okay! I can hardly believe. Why would you even be buffering? I guess just in case, right? Well, he knows more than I do. What are you going to do?
If maybe he was buffering into an uppercut. And wait.
No, there's no need to. Yeah, you just do super. Why not?
Yeah. Okay, well, here comes Punk now.
Okay, Punk is not that far back in life. Not at all anymore. Exactly. He's got the pressure for himself. He may be able to kill.
Art. There it is. And as I've always said, I believe Karen's always going to kill. But it's not this time.
And that gives her another trigger. Hey!
Okay,
Punk closes the door.
I really want to say I'm not sure this time. My corollary failed. But Punk takes the game number 1. His new clean haircut here.
I like it. I think that's pretty cool. Xian is intense as ever. And yeah, he has been doing the stand short a lot. We saw it buffered into uppercut. We saw it buffered into super, of course. Oh no! Could have had more. Punk just trying to walk out of that. danger zone in front of him.
Yeah, he's down in life already, but you've seen how quickly Punk can make up that life deficit.
Look at this movement out of Xian, back and forth. Punk didn't even know where Xian was going to be.
Oh,
Hold on.
but you know what? Got one hit. Oh, no, he missed the juggle. Oh, but only a throw. It wasn't a combo, so Xian will take that any day.
Xian looking for the activation. He was trying to confirm that medium.
Back
Punk
up.
goes in.
Oh,
Okay, he
what
comes in.
a-
Walking in there.
And he catches the backdash with the throw. And here we go, kunai time. But knows, yep, can go in there and counter poke after that kunai startup.
Is that enough? Wow.
Woo.
Yes, it is.
Maximizing your damage. But that just means Punk is coming into this round with a significant resource lead. Again, that V skill from Ibuki, just leaning her back, making her avoid so many attacks. It's like a mini backswing blow from Dudley, you know? Too close, and the explosion's not going to connect, which means Punk still can keep the pressure going.
Oh, man.
Into the stun. Not quite
Joe, I feel like if he had spent
enough.
bar, he would have killed, but it all works out.
Well, he's going to keep all that resource and bring it into round number 3 to try to go up 2-0 over Xian. Both of these players in losers brackets. Whoever loses this will go home in 7th place. Ooh, wow, how many Mabukis you see finish that target combo like that? Caught Punk by surprise. There it is, that V skill again, and every time she lands that V skill, it's not even just that it's annoying and a great footsie tool, but it just gives her more V meter. But you know what also gives you V meter? Taking a ton of damage, and that is not the way that you want to gain that V meter. Woo!
Punk is just putting on a clinic there.
Ooh.
I do like the movement that we're seeing out of Xian, but it seems like Punk is ready for it.
I like that body language from Punk right there, loosening himself up a little bit, looking confident.
You see him nodding his head. He's having a little internal monologue there, and he's agreeing with himself, so that's a good look.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to him at Frosty Faustings. It was myself, Chris G, and a couple of other guys, and we said, nobody can stop cocky Punk, basically. As soon as he doubts himself, he is vulnerable, but when he is in this zone, when he's in this mode, he is probably one of the most intimidating and dominant players that there can be on this tour.
Walk up and block on reaction right there from Punk, pretty strong. So Xian goes back to the neutral game.
Yeah, but look at that, full V trigger ready to go. Yep.
Knocking it down, has to block it. Oh, the timing was a little bit off, but not punished by Xian, unfortunately for Xian. Here he goes.
Okay, get a crush counter there.
Xian trying to make something happen. And backing off, it's that movement, that back and forth. He doesn't want to let somebody who has such good hit confirms as Punk know where he's going to be. Can't get touched. You know every touch is going to be into that. Every single time. That's the issue playing against Punk. I mean, among other things, you can't get hit. There's no incidental damage versus Punk. It's all legit.
Yeah, like, games are designed with the idea that those single hits are supposed to not be confirmable, but Karen has the longer cancel window, the longest cancel window off of her crouch medium kick in comparison to other characters, which lets her cancel late like that. I think it's her and Ken might have, like, 2 of the longest ones.
All of a sudden dashing in. Xian trying to make something out of it. Punk does take some damage, but he's right back in.
He tried to go for a reset, or did he just drop the combo, perhaps?
That's a good question. Xian was just going to block that out. He didn't want. Oh, here comes
Punk.
Punk.
Gurenken, and now the throw, and now you're scared.
Can't get hit. Can't get hit, or it's over.
Take the throw.
Xian is on the
Take
ropes.
the throw.
He's on the ropes. Literally behind him, the ropes. It was Punk.
And the nice thing about what Punk did there is he went for the throw, then he walked up, waited half a second, and then throw. And so Xian probably thought he was going to walk up half a second again. And so he woke up with a button right away. But Punk did no such walking, hit the standing medium punch right away, and hit Xian out of his wake-up button. And again, you know, it's something that a lot of people don't actually talk about, but in Street Fighter V, it's the first Street Fighter game where you can actually do a reversal normal button when you're getting up. If you hit a normal button, you will be counted as doing that normal when you get up, which is why those meaty buttons work so well. in like all the Street Fighter 4 games and previous to that, you had to be up 1 frame at least to hit the button to get it to register. So if someone did a media attack, you can't wake up normal. But in Street Fighter 5, that is a big deal, and that is so much a part of that mix-up game that you have there, the throw, attack, shimmy game, basically.
Punk is pretty good at it.
He's one of the best at that,
Yeah,
for sure.
So we're moving on to the last first-round matchup of the top 8. In loser's side still, of course, it'll be CJ Truth versus Tampa Bison. There's a lot of history between these two players. I spoke with CJ for a while. They used to Tampa Bison. And, you know, they are from around the same region in Florida.
Yeah.
They have been playing against each other since Street Fighter 4 days. I asked CJ how often he and Dexter, Tampa Bison, play against each other. And he said that they have been playing more lately. There was quite a while where they weren't playing that much. Then quite a while where they were playing a lot. And then they kind of both took breaks, and Tampa Bison hadn't been playing as much. CJ is really training up, though. I mean, was talking to him about it. He's putting a lot of time in, and I think you can see that in his results lately because he, of course, won the North American Open Premier last year to qualify for Capcom Cup. He did get 25th there, but still, it was a really good showing for him at the end of the year. And so far, earlier in this one, looking good.
Yeah.
I asked Tampa Bison, hey, man, how much are you playing this game? You playing it a lot? Because CJ was like, don't believe him when he says that he's not playing the game. And Tampa Bison was like, I'm not playing the game. I was like,
Exposed!
Uh-huh.
You didn't get the big exposed stamp right there on the screen.
Uh-huh.
CJ Truth calling him out. I see how it is.
Yeah, CJ knew in advance. Tampa Bison would say, yeah, I'm not playing it a lot. But yeah, Tampa Bison beat Dogura in the mirror match. He beat Fudo, he beat Ito and Strider, and he beat MOV. It's only Momochi, who is in winners finals, who sent him to the loser's side. So it's been a good weekend. For CJ Truth, he was also sent to losers in top 16 after beating K-Money, Nova Spec, Bonchan, Cool Kid, and Gamer B.
Of course, Tampa Bison, part of Team BXA. A lot of strong players in that group over there across multiple games. And CJ Truth, however, even after Capcom Cup last year, has not been picked up yet. But, you know, it's funny because we always said, you know, he took a break, played a lot of hockey, and that's why he probably uses rollerblade Cammy. Well, I saw a tweet from him. He was like, man, I'm glad this Colleen pick is working out for me, so I'll be skating my way in or something. I was like, yeah, okay. I think it's the only reason why you picked her, because you can ice skate.
I did actually ask him, like, what's the deal? And he just thinks that her whiff punishing goes to his strengths, while she doesn't have the liability that Cammy does of not much life, not much stun. So he can be more consistent. Even though she doesn't have a DP, he feels more consistent.
And then I talked to Tampa Bison and said, don't believe CJ Truth. He just did it because she skates. Not skate. Oh, Tampa Bison's walking off. Tampa Bison walking off. Is he trying to get another joystick or?
No, yeah. I didn't bring this up yet. Wasn't sure I would, but I guess now. Tampa Bison yesterday told me as he walked off the stage. What's up?
That's right. No,
after beating
MOV,
that his pad wasn't working, and that there was a moment where he just got jumped in on. If you watch the match, there's a moment where his character is just standing still as MOV is jumping in, and he just eats the jumping.
Right.
And later, as he was walking off the stage, he was like, "My pad wasn't working. It was only intermittent." And I don't know what the deal is right now. I don't want to say that that's what's going on, but because he hopped off the stage instantly upon seeing this, I don't know, concerned.
And he just grabbed another pad from somebody else. I mean, the nice thing about this, like, if it was his controller that he paused, it's fine because he was getting molly-whopped anyway.
You're right. Yeah.
So you just lose this round, you go to the next round.
It says two-player pause, and he's two-player, so that probably is what it is.
Yeah. So it's fine. It's fine.
We'll see. Well, they'll figure it out. We'll get back to us. There you see Larry.
What's
AKA
that?
For sure, yeah.
For rounds or games?
For rounds.
Rounds. Yeah. For rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
All good, dude.
So first round, and like we said, it's not a big deal for Tampa Bison because he was getting washed.
Yeah.
And maybe part of that was just the controller wasn't working. Yeah.
They're just going to get going from where it was. They'll let the 72 seconds play out on the clock so as not to give any more meter to either player.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of unfortunate, too, because for CJ, because, I mean, he was doing so well. Maybe he might have gotten a little extra meter or something like that. But you know what? Tampa Bison probably would have gotten a little bit more meter getting hit anyway, so it's fine. Okay. All right. So they're just going to let it rock out right now. We're at 50 seconds on the clock. Tampa Bison is testing his controller a little bit. And we'll just let this go down. And you can see right now, CJ right now, trying to maintain whatever killer instinct he was starting with at first.
I think that's not going to be a big problem for either player here. They have been around a long time. In Street Fighter V, their results haven't been the best until pretty recently. But in SF4, these are two of the best players in the country.
Oh, yeah. Fei
They're
Long,
old school, dude. Actually, Tampa Bison was playing before Street Fighter 4, so he's been around.
He actually is
in
considered more.
The same decade I'm in. CJ's not.
Which means that none of you are in the same.
Okay, all right. The age range today is between 19 and 33 as far as I know. Okay.
All right,
Recommence.
round number 2. Let's go. Oh, yep, there you go. There's that whip punish that you were talking about, right? He says he likes the ability to whip punish, and that is something that Colleen can definitely do.
The anti-air was late, and you've got to be early against that jump roundhouse from Colleen. It's one of the best.
Well, Tampa Bison was also using crouch light punch a lot earlier this weekend, and he was trading a lot with that. And we know those anti-air crouching light punches don't work as well as they used to. So I'm wondering if he's just stuck in that habit right now, the muscle memory.
I mean, here's a guy who beat a bunch of good players on the way here. I don't think it's something like that. But the way he just lost, what do you think there was? 90, 100 seconds where he didn't do any damage to CJ, where a lot of that was they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
But then even once they started racing again,
but even
it was a blow up even more.
Did he take any damage in first round either? I don't even think he did. That might have been a technical double perfect.
That's a good way to put it. Tampa Bison, after whipping that down forward fierce, started things off, and he all went down from there.
Yep.
Don't expect him to let it air out in that same way this time. I'm looking for slow play. And that's what it was, but CJ got in there. No buttons yet from Tampa Bison. Here he goes. Can he start things off? Walking backward is CJ, just trying to get out of there.
But nothing so far. Tampa Bison has not been able to get any of that signature Bison pressure, but here we go. Okay, just as I say that.
Tampa Bison just has to consider the last game just a complete, just don't even think about it. It's over. It never happened. Going to the next one more confident, and he does look more confident now.
Activation, but hit him out of the air. Nice counter poke from Tampa Bison.
Wow.
And there's
I love that he's going into the sky. Yep. That's so cool to reset things.
Oh, God. And then that dashing jab is so hard to check. You see him try to check it, and it just cost him.
Almost stunned. Next hit. Next anything.
Watch out for the counter. Oh, my God.
Oh, that could have been punished into the round.
Oh, nice air to air.
Trigger is still there. You know CJ's trying to look for that slide. That's why he's jumping. But here comes Tampa Bison. That's what it was. He wanted it last time.
Yeah, but it's so dangerous. Oh, he got in, but it hit her out of the air. But it stalls the bomb, and there we go. The command throw. Gonna take it. Man, Bison has a command throw.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he tried to whip punish there, but you see how hard it is to whip punish that button. The timing of CJ to get in between those buttons. And
you can't let it hang out like that.
That reaction from the young kid here.
He's just cleaning up all the laundry. Patience again for Tampa Bison. Now all of a sudden, slide.
Really interesting choice there, but it worked out for him. What a neutral jump timing from CJ. He just saw that he was charged and said, you know what, you're probably going to send a kick right now. Here we go. Danger time. Plus frames. Yep. So he just back dashes to get out of there.
I like this movement by Tampa Bison. He is one player as a Bison who is fine with just walking.
Yeah.
A lot of the others, you see dashing around, going into the sky.
It's one of my favorite things about Problem X as well. He's another one of those guys willing to do this walking.
Yeah, the super confident Bisons. Oh, okay.
See, again, he's trying to go for that crouching light punch anti-air, and I can't help but think that that might be accidental muscle memory.
It did work once.
Once, yeah.
It's just maybe a variation on the timing that she uses for jump roundhouse, probably.
But I think if she does it right, then, you know, it's never going to win, right? So
I don't know. I don't know the matchup well enough. He seems confident in it.
Yeah, he's still going for it. He has not backed down from that option at all.
What a bet! Gets the knockdown in the corner as a result.
Remember, EX, you still have to aim which way it goes. Still have to pick the right counter. Few vanity steps here just to kind of keep Tampa on his toes. Tampa Bison. What?
Yep! CJ, amazing!
Oh my
Here he comes.
God.
Looking for crush, nothing. And he's been able to really dash in and out. I love his neutral game right here. And I can see why he's picking the character, because as Cammy, he does much the same. He plays at about this range, but the counter pokes from Colleen, oftentimes more damaging. She has more life, like I said, she's a little bit more stable in that respect.
Oh.
He doesn't cancel it into trigger.
Right. Interesting. And now 2 throws he's taken, and now you're locked
No,
down. No,
you can't do
hit the
it.
button. You can't hit the button there.
You can't do it, man. That slide that wasn't canceled
Not
wasn't the
sure.
only thing, but that was the final thing that led to a bad swap for Tampa Bison to lose.
I mean, it might have been also just like he was trying to late cancel it by confirming and just did it too late
Definitely.
or something.
Yeah.
Because once it runs out of active frames, it is not cancelable anymore. Oh, there we go. The smile from CJ, the dancing, the hand rubbing right there. Patented CJ Truth. And there it is again, the jumping heavy kick, taking out the crouching light punch like that. Oh, and then the jump back, but then CJ drops his combo, and no punish from Tampa Bison. But Tampa Bison does still get the momentum and chases him down.
Look at these strongs.
Ooh. Dunking you with that psycho axe. Oh! He's got him with that shimmy so many times now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
he just came right at him.
Yep, dump the puck way in there. Oh, the whip.
Okay, here we go. Opportunity now activates. Does he try to go for the bomb? Yes, he does. He's still alive, though. He's trying to fish. There he is. He got the hits. Not enough to kill.
The cross up, the cross up. Yep, and CJ shakes his head. Tampa Bison taking a round. Not out of there yet. Still alive, but CJ has really been able to control so much of the match.
Interesting. CJ established that jumping roundhouse. Neutral jumped. I think he tried to scare me. Yeah, you can't forget about that counter. Got him low. Stay blocking. Look, just try to react to the overhead. The way you got to do it right there in that situation. Ooh.
Chase
Caught him backdashing. And now crushed, but out of the air. So he goes for the reset.
could have been a much better punish.
Yeah, I started with the light punches. So
It could have been for the stun if that had been a legit punish. Probably safe, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, from far away it could be plus frames. No,
Again,
buddy!
he's hitting the buttons again. And you know what? Here we go. The reset. Yes. Oh,
That's
that
a punish,
was
yes.
not what he was trying
Not
to
safe
do.
right there. And
That is-
Tampa Bison takes a game.
I don't think CJ meant to do that icicle because, like you said, that's not safe. CJ knows that's not safe. And that was probably supposed to be something else.
Let's see what he does. He did tell me earlier that he's just planning to go Colleen today, barring like something weird. He might go Cammy, but expecting to go Colleen.
He was looking at his phone, looking at notes, or maybe a friend texting him or something, but then I could read his lips. He was like, okay.
Hey man, looking cute up there. Thanks. Yeah, okay.
Thought you were talking to me, now I'm sad.
Ha! Check your phone, man.
Oh, God. Still going with that anti-air. Still hasn't given up that goat yet. Ooh! Again! Now he's just trying to slap him down with these psycho axes all day.
Trying to control still.
Okay.
Firm.
In range for the combo. There we go. Oh, nice throw tech from Tampa Bison.
That cost him in previous rounds, but not here.
Okay. Oh, there it is. But actually, that was a crush, so that kind of like at the start of something.
It must have, yeah.
Oh, again.
Oh, that's stun.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good round for Tampa Bison until right the last, 10 seconds, and CJ makes a great comeback into match point.
Alright, So whatever CJ read on his phone seems to be working out for him right now. Yeah, gets in there with the vanity step. Oh, nice. The Hell Fist in there. Gets the juggle. Meaty scissors. Just walks into the EX. Such a nice move to throw out there. Plus on block as well. Nice. With punish.
Harassing. Trying to maintain that great life. Ooh, risky jab. And not canceled rare by CJ.
Again, the throw tech from Tampa Bison. CJ's trying to train him into not throwing, but Tampa Bison has not given up.
Sick. Tampa Bison remains alive. I feel like for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 rounds, that Tampa Bison has like barely stayed alive. A lot of times, like barely making it in, but he is doing it.
Then the surprise EX scissors again.
I love that dash forward roundhouse. That's that's a respect mix-up.
And finally CJ gets a throw, and there's that anti-air, and then the delayed heavy kick for the crush counter.
What a timing!
Yeah,
you knew it was going to be plus.
Okay, he's going to be able to combo off that again. What's the option here? Just doesn't spend any bars, just goes for the setup here. Still has some more V-trigger. Goes for the throw. Is he going to set up the shimmy at some point? Watch it.
Yeah, he didn't take any risks on that one.
Okay,
Jump back jab.
yeah.
I think that's the EX ball startup that got hit.
Yeah. Get in there with that Psycho Axe. She still has a little bit of V-trigger. Watch out for one more dash.
Hey!
Oh, what a neutral jump again. Oh, but it stayed in the front. He went with the light kick. Usually that's for the side switch. And I think that's what Tampa Bison was looking for. And it didn't go to the other side. Maybe it doesn't go to the other side on the corner.
It was a good setup. So CJ ends up taking it and eliminating his fellow Floridian Tampa Bison.
Ooh, and a little bit of a head shake from CJ Truth there. Just, I mean, you'll see him walk by us right there. Yeah, there he goes. Players are just right there on the stage. So,
crazy, right?
yeah, but a little bit of a head shake from them. Not exactly happy with the way that performance went, but worked out for him. He's moving on. So there you go.
All right, well, we're going to move on to a short break. We'll be back with more Final Round 2019 in just a little bit.
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon!
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the key?
Versus Daigo, let's go!
Smug wants the crowd to clap it up. Right now, we heard Sanford Kelly say it earlier this weekend. It's not about me making a statement, it's about America making a statement.
That's right. That is right.
It's Atlanta, it's New York, and it's the whole damn United States right now up against one man, Daigo Umehara.
Nice. Goes to that short swing blow. Get a little bit of damage there. Oh, wow. Daigo going with that very rarely used chain to get the soft knockdown.
Hey, I like it. I approve.
Good defense so far from Daigo. Couple of execution on mistakes on their focus, but here comes Smug, and this is what he wants, the momentum that he needs, and he's going with W Ultra.
He did it anyway, and he stunned him.
This is the power of Dudley right there. Gets the first round, and again, he's using W Ultra, which is key because that's going to limit Daigo's fireball capabilities. Oh, nice. Daigo reacting to that focus, and then delay the low strong to get the frame trap counter hit and close the stun.
He's going to open it up here.
Overhead? Oh, no, he was expecting something, but there it is.
Trade is okay for the stun here.
Daigo almost looked like he wasn't sure what he wanted to do. Didn't get the focus at the start of that, but
still got the combo, still got the kill. 9 hits will do it.
There is barely anybody sitting right now.
No, this is as hype as this weekend has been right now. All of these folks have come here. They want us to see this. Smug versus Daigo is here.
Combos on both sides, and now we have had 3 rounds and 3 stuns.
Oh, mercy. Daigo answers back huge. 2 stunts versus 1. Daigo, game 1.
Do you think we're going to see any of these rounds end without a stun?
I would be surprised, to be perfectly
honest. At this rate, yep.
Neither player is backing down. Neither player is giving the other guy any ground. They're just saying, let's go in. Let's take a short trip to Duff City.
Right. Challenges from Daigo after that focus. Always going with that low jab. And look at that. Always using that just to kind of gain the space.
He's fighting out of these close range situations so hard. He wasn't doing that against these other characters, but he understands Smug, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile and run all the way across the stage with it.
All right, Smug with a life lead here, while the room just went dead silent all of a sudden.
Oh, that wasn't red!
And that should be it right there, yeah. Smug is going to take that round. No dizzy, but he'll take the round anyway.
A rare error from Daigo, and he loses the round as a result. And he's actually got the headphones on now. He was not using them earlier.
Yeah, and he also looked down at his controller as well, kind of like...
That's the classic.
Yep.
That's the classic.
There we go, getting that towards forward. Oh!
He did it. Daigo challenge.
Nice backdash, just build that distance. There's that standing forward from Evil Ryu. Such a good tool, zoning tool. And look at Smug just chasing him down. It's so scary. Baits out the uppercut from Daigo, but has no punish ready.
What? What?
And there it is, using the meter for the EX ducking, and he gets the victory there.
Out of nowhere. That was out of nowhere. Full range crouch roundhouse into death. That was the last thing Daigo expected. That was shades of Evil Ryu.
That EX ducking, such a powerful tool that they gave him. Lets him extend all of his juggles for as many meters as he has, pretty much. Oh, again, that delayed meaty crouching strong, yeah.
Slight delay, and he got him.
Oh, and challenging with his own wake-up low jab. Goes for the throw. Here we go. What's the mix-up? Overhead. Oh, but he drops the combo.
That's a rare drop for Smug. He needs to hit everything now. This is the beast.
But a counter drop from Daigo, but Daigo still manages to clutch it out. Now Daigo at match point. But we just saw Smug rattle off 2 rounds. We know he's perfectly capable of it. This is not over by a long shot.
Yeah, but he can't do it with those misses like he had in the last round. He's got to get it together, and he's got to do it now. Match round for Daigo.
Oh no, this is bad stun time.
This could be it.
There it is, the stun. Daigo gonna get some good damage here. Not gonna quite kill. Ouch. 17 hits. And he just goes for the chip. Daigo takes it with a perfect. All right, everybody, welcome back to Final Round. We've already kicked off with some great matches here in the top 8 for Street Fighter V. Let's take a look at some of the brackets here on where we stand. See over here, Momochi and Johnny waiting on the winner's side over there in winners finals. And on loser's side, the match that we are going to see coming up next is Oil King versus Punk. And on the other side is going to be another clash between 2 of the 4 U.S. players here in top 8, Brian F. and CJ Truth.
Not just U.S. players, but Florida boys, because Brian F. now lives in the Midwest, but he's from Miami originally. We'll talk about that when that comes up. But now we have Punk versus Oil King.
That's kind of unfortunate having all the Florida boys eliminating each other, right?
It's a tough spot, but hey, I actually asked CJ about that, and he was like, "Look, it's top 8."
Yeah, of course. You know, I mean, famously, I think it was it Jason Cole or somebody who said a long time ago that top 8 is when you start eliminating your friends, and that is just the truth right there.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's take us to Spain over here.
Cool. I'm happy that they are cool playing on this stage. It's a cool stage.
Yeah. All right, Oil King starting off right now as the aggressor. Remember, he, oh no, actually, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, it was 3-2 versus Momochi. It was pretty close.
Look at this. Right now, great start for him, but...
Hey. It was a lot of harassment. It's not over yet, but it has been a lot of harassment.
All the way to the corner and gets the meaty confirmation, taking round number 1 just like that.
There were a bunch of times that where Punk thought it was time to press buttons on Wake Up, time to do something on Wake Up, and it was not.
Yeah.
Okay, whip punishes there. But that's just the mix-up, right?
Both of these players, of course, top 8 at EVO. Do we have, like, I can count 3 players right now that were top 8 at EVO Japan. And to see them all doing so well.
Yeah, I guess it was 3. Yeah.
And they're all doing so well here at the start of the CPT already. I mean, man. Oil King, Punk, and Momochi, of course, are the ones that I'm talking about. 2 of them here. Wow! Did you see Punk? He knew he was going to go for it.
That would have been so sick.
Watch out for that tornado on the other side.
Air to air.
Wow, and then
the walk back.
Nice.
Punk, you know, he knew exactly where he was on stage, too, when he landed, because if he had been any closer, that grab actually would have worked by Oil King. But Punk knew he was just a little bit out of that range.
Just a little bit outside. Okay, got the anti. Oh,
again.
Ooh, he tried
One
to
of the
double
best things to
shimmy
blow
there,
up the
yeah.
shimmy in the game right there.
Yeah. Crouching light kick, of course, for Machine. One of the farthest reaching crouching light kicks. So good.
Yep.
Such a good way to check people from walking. Oh, he barely clipped it. In fact, he didn't do the whole thing because he thought it was just going to whiff.
Punk is in there. Yucks. Yucks. And it's enough.
And again, this is the same thing that we saw in the Momochi match. Round number 1, Oil King coming out of the gates full bore. In fact, Oil King even took the first game from Momochi. And same thing that we saw here, first round from Oil King, just throwing everything right out of the gates. But then Punk coming back 2 rounds in a row right afterwards to take game number 1.
I feel like I want to go over there and wipe down his glasses for him.
know, right?
As a glasses wearer, the things that man is doing to his eyewear, I would never get away with.
He always, like, I'm not sure if he's tired because he's always rubbing his eyes, you know. Maybe he doesn't blink while he plays, you never know. So.
Maybe not. He's got protective goggles on.
Yeah, little do you know that, you know, most top players have trained years to not blink while they... No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
Do not do that at home. Please make sure you blink.
It's a lovely walk-up by Punk after that because he's been pressing buttons at that range and timing, and he capitalized by grabbing instead.
Oh, no. Crouching heavy punch missed.
Here's Oil King.
Yep.
Pressure.
Who gets pressure after Eagle Spike combos now.
Got him! And the stun as well.
All
Again,
right.
not over, and we saw Punk do well last time this situation came up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh.
No! It's not enough.
Okay, there we go. So he gets the kill. First round again, out of the gates. Barely taking any damage. Same thing as first game. Let's see if this time he can seal the deal and not let Punk get any more...
Yeah, the confirm.
It's just, like I said,
So strong.
if your opponent can confirm off of one hit like that, it's
You just can't get hit.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And that's not practical. Right? That's your best
Ooh.
bet. Oh, boy!
Oh,
Punk
boy.
with the dipsy-do.
Guess what? We are seeing a repeat of what we saw first game again. Oil King has got to turn this around. He's got to figure out a way to maintain that momentum.
Exactly. First game was just the same. Punk walking up and blocking at that range, feeling confident there. Many people feel harassed at that range, but Punk has done great. When he's had problems, it's been more from jump-ins, to be honest.
Yeah, but like I said, that throw shimmy attack game right there of Street Fighter V, no one better at it than Punk.
Yeah.
And right there, yep, he went for the attack, but that time Oil King got the block and gets the jump in. Oh.
Pressure shut down. Here's Punk. Remember how we dealt with the Hisar last time?
Oh,
Okay.
He got him. He crossed
Keep it
him
up.
Yep.
Here's Oil King now. Punk just wants to get away, and he does.
2 V reversals and a block choice that time from Oil King on that. Mix up. Oh, the cross
Big
counter.
hit. No,
Who's not
he'd already
close
committed.
enough. And he backdashed to avoid the throw. Couldn't punish it. Oh, boy.
He was just going to take the grab. Oil King was there.
Yeah.
It's not over, but very close.
Watch out. The
Can't get
critical
touched.
art is
Can't
right
get touched.
there.
Can't get
Critical
touched.
art. Ah, and he got touched. So there we go. Oil King finding a way to take that game. Very, very important for Oil King, in my opinion,
Yes.
to show that he can dominate that first round and maintain that. Because at that point in time, if it happened again and you go in the third game and you win the first round, you're going to feel the same way. You know, you're going to be like, dang it, I cannot close this out. The confidence won't be there. Okay. Oh, look at this harassment by Oil King now.
Like I said, that range is a range that Rashid does really, really well at, but that... Oh, hold on, Punk now just gave up on that range, thought, I'm out of there.
Now going for the throw. He noticed that Oil King is going to take the throw, so he said, all right, I'll throw you then.
Okay, Sakura Jump Pierce comes in, does the work.
All right, here we go. Got to deal with this again. You're sandwiched.
The D is there from Punk. Okay,
Yeah,
excellently
rolls out
done,
of
and
it,
he's
yeah.
ready for the SAR too.
Oil King looking like he faked jumping off the wall. I think that's why Punk didn't go in.
Oh, he's
too hard.
ready.
Oh,
Punk is so
anti-air.
concerned. Finally, yeah, he was so concerned about trying to pressure for fear of EX wake up. He was really hands off, but then he comes in, does get the grab.
Well, that's the first time Punk has won round number 1 here.
trying to make something happen in mid-range. Oil King, his own fierce. One of the best at that spot.
Audience out there singing the Rashid theme.
Trying it out a little bit. They're both battling for that zone. Nice. Here comes Punk now with the knockdown.
Ooh. Okay. Gets the knockdown off of that full spinning mixer. Here we go. Pressure.
Way into the corner. Even on block, you're in the corner after that.
Again, the double V reversal from Punk just to get himself out of that situation. Definitely willing to spend all of his V meter on that resource right there.
Sure, yeah, she builds V meter quickly, and it's just better to be away. And Rashid's one of the best at the game at costing the opponent their V meter. There you go, Punk's got
tip
the
of the
hit.
range right there. Not going to spend any meter yet. Doesn't want to go for the critical art. Saving it perhaps, or maybe after maybe 1 or 2 more hits.
Right. The knockdown from Punk. And too far away, but not capitalized by Oil King. He could have had something. Walk under. Here's Punk now. Probably not the end yet.
Yeah,
one more, though.
There it is right there. Critical art. Oh, doesn't even need it. Punk just goes for the safe EX. Tenko instead. There we go. So Punk taking game number 3. It's been back and forth here between these two players. Punk with games 1 and 3. Oil King took game number 2, but you know, this is one of those situations. Oil King doesn't want to be the next victim of coming in on winner's side and then just going 0-2. But Punk, 4th place at EVO Japan, trying to repeat another high-level performance in a giant pool of killers. Now just in the corner. Look at this, Oil King backing off just to activate this V-trigger. Oh, good blocks.
Punk, you can tell, is so practiced. His defense around that stuff's been excellent.
Try to go for that air-to-air again. Wow. Going for the EX for Senha. Had that anti-air ready to go.
Finally, Oil King busts out.
Oh,
too far away for the rest.
They tried to anti-air. It did not connect, so Oil King gonna get the full jump-in combo. And the round.
That's been a lot of his damage and pressure. It's been from jump-ins. That mid-range has not been what he wants it to be. It's been more about him bypassing it.
Nice, okay. Nice
Oh, no, he was ready, but just had the wrong call.
Yeah, just bad distance right there. Oh my god. Again, those single hit confirms, and now Oil King busting out the EX spinning mixer, gets the meaty. Wasn't even a counter hit, was still just meaty enough that he was able to get that combo. Jumping away, and here's Punk now. He's got the corner. It's pretty cautious as a cage. He's ready. Again, every hit is going to be big damage. Punk's there. Allows the jump out. Now Oil King's got control. Trying to get V-Trigger activated. He knew it wasn't a safe spot. Here it is. Okay. Activated, and now what are you going to do? Oh, the overhead, but you know what? The Asar had run out of hits. Okay. I get what Punk was trying to do there, obviously.
It has been a while since he did that.
Yeah. But Oil King, either with the read on it or the, intentionally hold back delayed button press, option select so that it does block anything like that. So here we are, like I said, back and forth between these players. Punk, Oil King, and now here we are, game number 5.
Oil King's already won 4 games in this top 8, and yet he could still go 0-2 in it. That sucks.
Punk's going to want to hope that pattern continues right now, that back and forth.
Definitely. A little too far on that. Again, Oil King's made the jumps work.
Tried to punish with the spinning mixer, didn't quite get it.
Dashing in, bypassing a little bit. That spot is such a controlling spot for Punk. No!
Oh boy, okay. Hopefully trying to get out of the corner, with that nice jump back. And there he does get out with the EX Eagle Spike.
Here he goes. He's got trigger. He's going to activate. And keep in mind how well Punk has dealt with this.
Right. Oh, no. This time he has the right timing. And it gets him the stun.
And the round. And Oil King is at match point. After Punk had a lot of control, Oil King has battled back. Let's see if he can keep it up. Dancing in and out. Both players battling for that mid-range spot. The rare miss by Punk.
He's going to get the cross-up. Okay, so V reversal, as we mentioned, he is so willing to use that resource to get himself out of the corner.
Back grab, and that allows the control now for Punk.
Oh, he's
no,
gonna fall
never
on
mind.
That. Oh, but Oil King with no juggle.
Yeah, could have been. Again, the rare miss by Punk twice in this game. Here it comes. Get a free harassment. He did jump out, and wow, it worked.
Oil King at match point here. He's so close to taking this.
Oh, he can feel it too. Look at all the pressure
got a
he's
hit,
pouring
but
on.
it didn't combo anything off it. Oh, and it rolls out of there, but Punk chases him down. EX,
It's not enough. Hold on here. He woke up looking for the shimmy. Punk is back. Oil King, what's the decision?
Oh, why?
The giant wrist.
Wow.
The absolute wild man. And it's match point now for both.
Oh, man, would you bet it all on that walk back right there from Punk?
Maybe it was just a misconfirm. I don't know. Here he goes. I think the first crush in that mid-range. Oil King capitalizing. Light pressure. Still in there. Out of there now. Ready for the anti-air. Faking it. Wants the pressure still. Punk's there. And away is Oil King. I like the escapes. There's been a lot of... Here's Punk now. The knockdown comes.
He has all this meter. One more hit now. Could bring Oil King to the verge of elimination. Oh!
The very rare, again, 3 times in this game. Punk has missed it.
Here we go, the pressure, yeah, V reversal.
And he was safe even from the USR. Nice. Look at that defense.
Oh,
He's there.
One of the bars.
Punk trying to make it happen in the corner.
Okay, EX out of the corner. Beautiful stuff by Oil King, but he's going to get hit. EX! And that will do it right there. Punk takes it from Oil King, and Oil King, a man who is very emotional and wears his heart on his sleeve for these events. You can see how sad he is about this, making it to top 8 here, but then going 0-2. But on the other end, Punk, excited, relieved. He is going to advance forward in the loser side.
I've gotten a couple of tweets from people asking me if it's actually so cold that I should be wearing a full-on jacket. Well, see Oil King's pants? You see what he's wearing there? I don't see any legs. I see somebody who's just as covered up as I am down where he's usually hanging out. It's cold.
Yeah, I'm pretty cold too. I'm not gonna lie.
I got my little hand warmer. Yeah.
What?
Yes, feel it. I know we're right under the AC. It comes out right here. 10 feet behind us. It's not so bad.
This
we just happen to be in a bad
really
spot.
Good. I'm just gonna like rub it all over myself right now. This is actually no. I'm just kidding. Here you go.
How much were those on Amazon? I might, yeah.
You might have to get
a new one. All right, so Punk does stay alive after all. Oil King, unfortunately for him, goes 0-2 in top 8. It was a close one. Both of his matches were close.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that's so
5 games each one of them, right? So, like I said, he won 4 games in top 8 and went 0-2. So, was it last game, last round for all of them?
Yeah, I think both it was, yeah.
Jeez.
No, it was close.
Yeah, that is... I mean, it's like, if you get like 3-0'd and destroyed twice in a row, that feels bad. But I don't know if it feels any worse than going last game, last round every single time.
Sure,
know?
if you're getting blitzed, then in your mind, it's not really credible to say, oh, what if I had done this one thing? It was so close, I could have done it. No! But if it is close like that, then I don't know. Poor hand warmer. It's going to be the battle of the Floridians right now. Brian F, again, he does live in the Midwest now. He moved there in, I think, early SF5 kind of era. But he's from Miami. CJ is from Central Florida. And they used to meet up pretty often in Street Fighter 4. Brian would actually drive up to the locals that were in Central Florida, which is quite a schlep from Miami. But he did it. And so, yeah, they have a lot of experience against each other. Just maybe not so much in Street Fighter 5, but, you know, they've gotten to know each other well over the years.
Yeah.
I hope that Brian is over getting hit by that super. You know, you remember against Johnny?
Yes.
Johnny, for whatever reason, brought out the super, just an error on his part, and Brian, with another error, walked into the super, probably thinking it was on the other side of him, and trying to block the other way. whatever it was, after that happened, Brian didn't really see the same. It seemed like he had lost confidence after that moment. So I hope for his sake that he's been able to regain composure a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why, you know, the order of play here in top 8 is so specific. One of the things that, you know, has been come to light a lot now is, you know, doing winners, finals, then losers, semis, and then losers, finals. Even though we go from, you know, for some tournaments, you know, a best of 5 back to best of 3 to best of 5, you know, for here it's best of 5 the whole time. But in other events, we change that order because when you lose that winners finals, a lot of times you are upset. And to go directly into losers finals, it was statistically shown that the percentage of wins for the person going into that losers finals directly after losing in winners finals is dismal. It was like 15 to 20% or something like that. But if we do it the other order, the order that we all do now, which is winners finals and losers semis, then the person going into losers finals was like 50%, which is what we expect.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So it'll be Colleen versus Boxer. Again, CJ said he's basically going to be running Colleen, barring some unexpected character pick by one of his opponents.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have talked about it on stream many, many times already that I do not feel like Cammy got all that nerfed that badly. But CJ actually feels like it's a big difference. Not in that Cammy got nerfed, although the 950 stun thing is a problem. But he also mentioned that he just feels like a lot of the characters just do more damage now. And so the 900 health that she's had all along is actually worse now than it was before.
It's funny because then we were talking with Knuckle Dew about it, and he was like, Cammy's the same character. She's the same. Nothing changed. So, you know, different views from different players.
Yeah, it's true.
Here we go. Loser's side. Well, Brian moving a lot early on here. And again, he hides his charge really well.
Nice confirm into the low knockdown.
Already got the cage in the corner. It's light, though. He's just hoping to whip punish, it seems. But CJ Truth dashes in. First punish!
Oh, there's that whip punish that CJ Truth says he loves so much. I mean, that's why the Cammy character was always such a good pick for her. Oh, God, that's so meaty.
A little too far away. You know CJ wants the activation. Here it comes. Okay. At any point, she can be in your face.
Yep, that dash is so good.
Ooh.
Oh,
one more mix up here. Delay. He was worried about the counter, I think. Try it again.
Look at this defense from CJ. And you saw Brian neutral jump because he was expecting CJ to come in with that last dash that he had off of the trigger. But now no more ice skates for CJ. That's pun it.
Oh!
Dash punch. Well, I think that one does combo into the heavy dash punch, but if you cancel it like even 1 or 2 frames too slow, I don't think it combos anymore. I think it's like frame perfect. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check. Okay, here we go. CJ now with the corner pressure. Here comes the icicles. Ooh. Now it's Brian F's turn to be patient. What is spacing on that crouching heavy punch? Oh, a heavy kick, I should say. It is a punch, but you know.
Yeah. This is where CJ wants to be.
Yep. Okay, got the anti-air. Oh!
And he was ready for the jump.
Yeah, just good reaction.
Here comes
right there.
Brian now. CJ was happy to take the grab.
I thought he was going to go back throw. Oh, I love the swing. I love the movement from Brian. A little too far for the throw. Reaching with that.
Can he keep it up at that range? Not quite. Here comes Brian. It's over, and there's a punish.
I have noticed, though, from CJ that whenever he does the dashing jab in the V-trigger and it's blocked, he almost always goes for the throw
It's
afterwards.
very consistent, isn't it? Yeah.
It might just be a panic thing for him. You know what I mean? Like, just he jabs, and then he's like, oh, just go for the throw, you know? Oh, he went for the counter.
So nice. Brian, what an expectation. And what a punish.
Yeah, the damage off of that. Close
Still there.
Stun. Oh, boy.
CJ with the fierce first.
I mean, you can't whip punish a move that's not whiffing, you know?
Yeah.
That standing heavy punch just reaches so far.
Knockdown.
Oh, wake up with buttons.
Okay, Brian trying to maintain the corner. He's happy to spend the V-meter to get it.
Okay, crush counter, and he's going to get the combo thanks to the ice skates. Here we go. What's the mix-up here? Nope. Just. Oh yeah, he is going for a setup and a jump backwards.
Nice.
Beautiful time.
Brian looking strong.
Brian trying to say, I moved out of Florida because I was too good for you all. No, that's not what he said. But
maybe he's become accustomed to the cold weather up there in the north, and this ice lady and her ice skates don't bother him one bit.
It's true. CJ is kind of used to that, you know, humid, warm Floridian weather.
Mm-hmm. Outside, at least, of course. Indoors, he's a hockey player.
It's true. That's true.
I see all you Canadians tweeting at me. Oh, as a Canadian, great job mentioning hockey. Well, guess what, buddy? The U.S. plays hockey as well.
Wait, we do?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Guess what? We got 2 teams.
Yeah,
Shout out to Southern California.
We are one of the privileged. But it was so weird. We had 2 football, baseball, basketball, and hockey.
Yeah.
For a while, we didn't have any football.
Yeah, we don't still.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, well, maybe the plan wasn't going as expected. And the switch comes over to Cammy.
And, of course, in the patented light blue rollerblade colored Cammy that CJ always goes with from the Cannon Spike game on the Dreamcast. It's like a shmup with Nash and Cammy on rollerblades. Never played it.
Okay.
I don't know how I somehow missed that game.
Okay.
But see, in that rollerblade costume, when she does that intro, she would just keep sliding backwards until she hit the wall. Anyway.
You don't think she's got a good T-stop?
Maybe, actually. But her legs, her feet are straight. She is not
okay, all right,
bending those feet at all.
We don't use toe blade stops here.
Okay, look at that. Interrupting the dash punch with the crouching medium punch in the drill.
Got him.
Neutral
Expectation
jump.
was there out of CJ. We didn't see that almost at all as Colleen, did we?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to be a little careful now because Brian F is really good at anti-airing neutral jumps with the screw upper.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You're gonna have to be really strong on your reads. But you know what? I do like this right now. You can tell this change of character. It's kind of throwing Brian F maybe for a loop just a little bit.
He looks like he was looping Cammy right there while you were talking.
Oh, look at this counter poke from Brian. Trying to get in there for the throw. Not
He was hoping
far
for
enough.
a quick rise, not a back tuck.
Activate. Okay, he's going to be able to get the combo. No juggle with the EX.
Take grab TM.
You can juggle with the EX, but you can let him drop so that you have more pressure. The trigger activated. That's why CJ Truth's scared to touch buttons. Oh, beautiful.
Lovely escape.
Air.
Yes. And now Brian has the life lead.
But she almost has another V trigger ready to go.
Yeah, if she blocks anything else.
Yeah, if she blocks one thing, she'll have the activation ready to go. There it is. Oh, not yet.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I thought that was going to be it, but CJ rushes in and Brian was ready.
Whew. At that point in time, maybe as CJ, you just walk in and block just to get that V, that V trigger ready to go.
Yeah, that is a common thing that you will walk up and try to block something if you're so close to it. But then, among top players, you don't want to give the opponent a V meter, obviously. Right. They know it.
You open yourself up to a throw.
Yeah. So you press your buttons, yada yada.
Yeah, well, see, there was another neutral jump from CJ right there, but not a counter from Brian F.
Hoping for a counter poke. That's what the stand jab was about. So Brian backs off.
Oh my God, that was so far. And out of the corner and forward throw. Guess what? You got to deal with the mix-up. Nice aim on that dive kick, but I still think it might have been zero-ish.
The double.
Okay.
One of those rare kind of floaty jump-ins that Brian, almost never has he done that since we've seen him in top 8.
Yeah, and CJ Truth has been immaculate with his uppercut anti-airs with Cammy since the beginning.
Yeah, he's always been like that. We make it super.
Hit confirmed into the critical art. Is this going to kill? I don't think so.
It doesn't, but there's a mix-up here.
He goes for the jump. Almost every Cammy goes for the double dash into meaty, but he does dash into jumping fierce.
I think that might have been a setup for the fuzzy.
Yeah.
So instant overhead or low, and Brian was stand blocking, looking for the instant overhead afterward, but CJ was on the second level already. So the Cammy switch worked.
And it worked well for him. I mean, this is one of the weaknesses that Balrog has, right? You get knocked down, and then you got to deal with it. And of course, that's a weakness that like majority of the characters in this game have. But Cammy, I feel like, takes advantage of it better than most characters. Oh man, look at this right now. He wants that stun. He wants the stun, but he
went
wanted
in
it
too
too
hard.
much. And I love the EX drill to get out of the corner, and then guess what? Yes, uppercut because you get the damage and the mix-up still in the corner.
That's punished.
That's a bad. I've always said if Cammy does a dive kick that high up, you should just explode.
That was coast to coast. See it as shining sea there for Brian F. And he capitalized all of that. You have to trace it back to that too high dive kick. All that damage, the pressure at the end too.
Some Space Ghost action right there, coast to coast. Oh, the low dash punch. And that would have been punishable had it been blocked too, so. I love it. He's noticing that not a lot of buttons. Not a lot of buttons from CJ Truth, so he's using that opportunity to dash forward. Okay, there we go. Now it's the standing medium kick pressure.
Right, the controls there, but that can be counter-poked.
Getting some roller blades in your face. Here we go, activate. Nice throw tech, but wow. Oh, he didn't know which way to uppercut.
Oh, is that what that roundhouse was about?
Yeah, the sweep. I always tell you, if you don't know which way, mash between the two down diagonals and hit kick. It'll choose for you.
The delay there a little bit for Brian. He's trying to make something happen.
Oh, that's punishable. And again, always has the EX drill to get out. And twice there. Twice from Brian F. 2 call-outs. Both of them punished properly by CJ Truth.
Yeah. The success rate is very high on anti-air Dragon Punch for CJ.
Oh, what a whiff punish! I'm so jealous. Oh, that's going to be comboable. Yep. Perfect height. He tried to go back there and set up a shimmy, but Brian F. not taking that bait. But he is down on life. Into the critical art. That should do it right there. Brian F. is going to be down 1 to 2 games.
Brian F. walked up and then did crouching strong.
Shaking his
as
head.
an anti-air. I can understand if you do standing strong or crouching fierce, but I wonder if there was like a little misfiring in the brain there on what the anti-air was.
And you know what? Right after that match, he was shaking his head.
Yeah.
And you know, so a lot of times when something like that happens, that's what you feel like.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
for sure.
You're just like, ah. It's like you tried to do both of them at the same time. It's like when you accidentally say 2 words that you meant to say that are synonyms, but you blur them together, you know?
Those are commentary execution errors, and we all do them.
Yep. And again, what's cool about making that example is that people could now probably could understand a little better what might have happened to him there. But look at this pressure! Oh my God! What? We blinked, and that match was over. But again, also, you know, a lot of the great confirms right there from CJ. Back medium punch into uppercut, just raw direct connect like that off of counter hits.
Brian is in big problems.
Oh, okay. Cotton Cammy dashing forward. Here we go. Oh, he didn't think she was going to end up on the other side.
That was sick. CJ, total control.
Oh, wait. Oh, good block. Oh, I thought that was meaty enough that that was going to be safe. Unless maybe Brian tried to hit a button thinking that CJ Truth wasn't going to hit anything.
That could be. I could see that.
Oh, got him. Oh, counter hit for nothing.
CJ jumping away. Didn't want to contend with that at all.
Oh, the trade, but that's great for CJ. You saw that. That trade gave him the momentum because Balrog gets knocked down.
Oh, no, the jump back. Not even neutral jump. CJ knew so exactly what was coming up that it was jump back roundhouse. And so CJ eliminates Tampa Bison, and then Brian F. back-to-back. Only one Florida boy survives.
And Brian F. unfortunately suffering the same fate as Oil King. Coming into the top 8 on winner's side, unfortunately going 0-2.
Yeah. Even still, it's a big moment for him to be on the stage. It's a big bummer, and there were some errors too. You know, nobody's thinking about that more than Brian is right now, that's for sure. So, you know, heart goes out to him on that. But congrats to him for beating the players that he did to get here in the first place. It's a super big weekend for him. He beat, again, Daigo, Verloren, MOV, JB to get into winner's side in the first place.
Yeah, one of the tough things about this, of course, is that, you know, CJ has been eliminating a lot of the other U.S. players as well. Not just Floridians. How many do we have? Would you have one left, or do we have still...
Yeah, there's still Punk.
Oh,
but
Punk
guess
is,
who CJ is playing against next, huh?
If CJ Truth manages to beat Punk, he will have eliminated all the other U.S. players in top 8. But Punk is going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one to handle. So, but you know what, Punk, you might be able to handle the Truth. So
that's right. Okay. Is that what we have? No, of course we're going to have winners finals coming up next.
Oh, yeah. CJ Truth's not going to play 2 matches in a row like that.
For sure. So it will be Momochi. Hey, there he is. Victrix Momochi.
That's right.
Versus Fudo Johnny.
What a nice signing for them. Let's sign Momochi. Oh, I won Evo Japan.
Hey,
I'm in winners finals of final round.
Definitely has a great chance to win another one.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Evo Japan not actually on the Capcom Pro Tour. This is the first one of the year, which means this is huge to try to get into Capcom Cup at the end of the year. You don't automatically qualify for winning final round, but you know, you're all right. You're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I mean, their intention was to give you enough points that it's like essentially an auto qualifier, but you know, without actually auto qualifying. But again, you know, I expected Momochi to come up here with like tears in his eyes, being like, "I'm so proud of you, kid. I'm so proud of you. Now prepare to get bodied. These tears are shed for how badly I'm going to destroy you." You know, no.
Yeah, well, maybe it's going to be like the dad playing basketball with his son. You know, over the years, blow up your son, blow up your son. All of a sudden, your son's taller than you.
Hey, you know what? Just ask. Nobody knows this better than Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just ask him if he were still alive, because he's not, because he was killed by his student, who was once the learner, now became the master.
Okay.
On the Death Star. But he didn't really die because he became a spirit.
All right, buddy.
Because he just kept looking at me. I was like, "Oh, keep going."
I've seen the films.
Spoilers. Oh, man. But Momochi sitting down on one TV. Johnny on the other. The master on the left you see over there. The student on the right. We saw how elated Johnny was.
Yeah, he should be. He's been... You know, you can see his emotions in general as we've seen him up there. He's been obviously excited. He's been obviously frustrated. Not that often, actually, have we seen that. But when things have happened that haven't gone according to plan, he has been that way.
Oh, dang. You see him doing the Ken intro right there? I wonder if Momochi taught him the Ken intro, you know?
I did see him doing this in the back before he last played on stream, too, by the way.
Look at this. And you know what? I mean, honestly, there's a lot of... I mean, Tokido is a practitioner of this, but there's a lot of people out there that do believe in the healthy body, healthy mind kind of aspect here. Wow, a handshake from the master.
I think Momochi is the same. You know, Momochi believes in that stuff, too. And he should. I mean, it's not just the belief. There's some science in there. Zeku and, of course, Karin. Winners finals. Both of them traveled from Tokyo here. And they both ended up in at least top 3. One of them will qualify in the grand finals on this. And as we've been watching, Fudo Johnny is so strong when it comes to whiff punishing. Amazing at it. But I think among the all-time greatest whiff punishers is Momochi.
Oh,
all-time in multiple different games. And you know, who better to teach Johnny, but who better also to counterpoke somebody who he's teaching how to counterpoke?
Yeah, I mean, how many? We don't know how many times these two have tussled with each other, and how many times Momochi has probably, you know, whiff punished him or whatever, and be like, "Stop pressing buttons," you know, slapping the yardstick on the desk, you know. Stop touching buttons. What have I told you? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
How many times did he have to wax on and wax off in the video game before he was good enough to start actually playing against Momochi? That's what I wonder.
Paint the fence. Oh, look at this. Good start for Johnny, getting with the good timing on the counter poke. Couching the back. Look at this.
Yeah, he's already in the corner. He tried to keep it going.
Yep. Oh, okay, that's going to be minus, so that's going to give Momochi the opportunity to go in there. Look at this counter pokes. Yep.
Yeah.
Johnny knows that that's going to keep coming. Okay. Nice. With
the delay.
Anti-air, and then the delay, yeah.
Momochi's very active defensively. Okay, finally settling down.
Remember, this is what Johnny was doing to Brian F. Those delayed meaty buttons was catching Brian F. all over the place on the winner's side.
Jumping in. Johnny's been so good on anti-air, but Momochi knew the right moment.
No activation on the V-trigger just yet, even off of that stand heavy kick. There it is.
And he is about to give Momochi V-trigger.
Yep, there it is. So the second V-trigger for the thing, for the round, and one more hit into the critical R2.
Either way, in trouble.
Oh,
got
that's
him.
it right
Is it
there.
enough? Super
doesn't
even
need it. Wow, how fortunate for Momochi. Gets to come into this round without having spent any of those resources.
Bit of zoning here as the old man, but that's not going to last too long.
Yeah. Just recently, I believe it was Angry Bird who put out the post on, which modes that you want to go into against most of the characters from his standpoint.
I saw that. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Wake up, because he knew exactly there was going to be a shimmy.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Buttons on Wake Up for Momochi.
The familiarity here. And he backdashes. We saw him in the first round.
Oh, he's chasing him down because he wants that stun, and he got it. Here we go. Damage. 1, 2. EX. And it's enough.
Just barely. Yeah, I love that chase. He really sensed that was the right moment.
A deep exhale from Johnny right there. Man, how nervous must you be right now?
But he does look good, doesn't he?
Oh,
Not just in game, but physically as well.
Yeah.
Hoping to see the walk back. But one of the nice things about Young Zeku is that he can walk out of things like crouching medium kick from Karen. Not many characters can do that easily. Whoa,
Nice.
roundhouse into the fierce.
Yeah, that heavy punch blows up so many situations. Oh, that was crouching heavy punch that time.
This time after the roundhouse, he goes for the backdash. He's really trying to mix it up here. He's got a life lead. Oh no, the lack of confirm.
Oh, the single hit confirmed from Momochi.
Talking about the master and the student. Johnny had the chance for a confirm and he got nothing. Right afterward, Momochi, admittedly with the easier stand strong link, got the confirm.
Well, you see right now, Momochi, we talked about that.
Smile.
You thought, my young Padawan. But you know what? Every game, Momochi has been starting off in Momochi mode. Usually switches to Johnny mode right away. So here we go. Yep, right into Johnny mode right there. All right, gets the slide.
Slugging it out.
Trading roundhouse, trading heavy kicks right now. Oh, that button is so good.
Punish. Johnny did. He got the corner for himself afterward. Here we go.
Oh, man. Love
Harassing a bit. The slide comes
Johnny.
in.
No, guys. The timing of when the counter poke. Oh, jeez. The timing of when the counter poke. We saw Johnny doing so well with that against Brian F. But look at this right now from Momochi. Just, saying, I know you know the timing for this. So I've got you. I'm just going to do it back to you.
It's the old man all of a sudden, and he seems consistent with it. Now, okay, finally goes into Young. The fierce after the roundhouse again. That roundhouse is not like others. It's not -4, but still to press fierce afterwards. Pretty gutsy.
Momochi is so good at that. Buttons, micro step, button, micro step. He is one of the best at that.
He is really dancing around. Gives up the V meter, trying to stay away. Even there where he confirms. Oh my God! Here comes Momochi. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Wow. You may know Kung Fu, but you gotta show him. Man, Momochi taking that one. Going up 2-0.
Looking
Momochi
good.
just taking a nice little swig of his water here, and he's like, oh yeah, that's right. I must do the same. You see Johnny?
yeah. Taking cues.
Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. You know, it's a funny thing. People talk about that, but I have even noticed. So, like, I stream myself playing Street Fighter sometimes, and on the days that I remember to hydrate, I do feel like I do better on days that I don't.
All right, I'll take a swig of my water. You may continue talking.
All right, you can, well, or I can take a swig of my my drink here. My non-water drink. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Momochi up 2-0. We are here in the new CPT arena. Checking out. God, why can't I remember the name of the city all of a sudden? Metro City. Yes.
Lore Master David to the rescue.
Oh, yes. You are all about that. Oh, the delay, catching the backdash. There we go. Look at that damage. Johnny. Oh, and then Momochi finding the right time to counter poke. Guess what? And now the toss. Oh. V reversal out of there. Nice. Gonna get the EX juggle. There we go.
Johnny has seen Momochi trying to walk out of that crouching medium kick range a lot.
Yes.
Right? We've talked about that before. This time he was close enough to actually do the low hit.
See that giant Mayor Hager statue out in the back with the Metro City written emblazoned across it.
Again. I like that Johnny's not put off by that, though. That's cool.
Oh, nice. Air to air. Man, Johnny, just the awareness that he has is so sharp. He's ready for so many things.
He was trying to walk in and make something happen. Here he goes, maybe to seal the deal.
There we go, Johnny taking his first game, and he did that in just brilliant fashion right there. He had the jump out ready from Momochi, trying to get out of the computer. It almost looked like he was like, okay. And then the crouching heavy punch, and expecting Momochi to try to counter poke and have the standing heavy punch right afterwards.
Oh, wow. I'm not sure that was intended punish, but it was cool.
No, I think he was trying to walk maybe half a step into stand medium punch. Just kind of mixed up the order of that a little bit. But again, we've seen this from all the Karens, you know, both Punk and Johnny, just using that meter for V reversals more than anything else. Back throw, look at this from Johnny!
James, I think he's starting to believe.
All right. Gets the jump attack in there, no anti-air from Johnny.
You know, one thing these guys have used really well is little backdash timings to blow up the other person's intended pressure. We've seen that a few times so far in this set. They're high level.
Pressure here. Nice backdash. Oh, wow. I didn't know what side he was going to end up on. Momochi somehow knew and blocked the correct way. He knew he was going to backdash. He called out that backdash. He got the hit right here. Back to Young. Oh, with the counter poke. Remember, we talked about that counter poke, how important that is.
Sure.
When to challenge.
Momochi blocked this time before jumping away, but it feels like he's the one being chased. Even there, after a jump in, Johnny was the one who pressed the button. Oh, yeah. He's feeling good. Look at that, the patience there from Momochi. We didn't see that in the first 2 games.
Oh, the command dash to the throw wasn't enough to kill, but that did. Johnny.
He's controlling. Man. He's looking at those bullets come right at him, and he's not even worried.
He is playing his character like he's ringing a bell right now. Back throw. Okay, the anti-air ready to go, and got Momochi to whiff the throw, catches him out of the backdash. Remember, he also had the crouch heavy punch before against that.
Maintaining corner control, and he's still there. Johnny's still there.
Close to stun
And this is Young Zeku, poor defensive options. Okay, but he's away. Chance for pressure, and that's he even teched at the right moment. Johnny, even defensively, not just offensively, everything is good.
All right, here we go. Good start now. He's going to be an old Zeku now. How is he going to find the opportunity to switch? Okay, he just got the hip and switched raw like that, so he didn't get anything off that, but here goes the back throw. Oh, that wasn't enough to kill. That will do it right there. Momochi now at match point to get into grand finals. Can he win 2 big events in a row? Standing in his way is his student, Johnny. What?
Maybe it was intended. I don't know.
I mean, you know, there is that whole thing, right? Throw out something crazy in the middle of all the logical options.
Right.
Okay. Ooh, but no confirm. There we go. The single hit confirm right there. Uses the EX to get all the way to the corner. Gets the meat. That's a stun.
No, he wanted to leave it for the last hit.
Oh, and then he did the desperation uppercut, and it worked. Johnny didn't believe. Oh my God. Momochi coming with the comeback. Gets the counter hit. EX. Not enough. Wake up buttons from Momochi. Not scared. There's the slide and the back throw. And Momochi is going to take it. And he takes off the headphones with a smile like the proudest father.
That's true, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, look at that.
He was like, well done. You brought it all the way back. Good job. But Momochi is going to get to grand finals once again from Evo Japan at grand finals, winning that event and coming here and being in grand finals again. That is a back-to-back right there.
It's difficult to maintain that kind of consistency at this kind of level. Again, 300+ players here, and the percentage of people who were credible top 8 finishers, I don't know that I've seen it this high in Street Fighter V before. I feel like this is one of the toughest weekends that the game has had in terms of just density of strong players.
Right.
But Momochi rises to the top again.
It's crazy. And again, I said it earlier, maybe this is the return of Momochi. But regardless, wonderful play from him. Great stuff from him. We are going to continue forward in the matches after this break. But you do not want to go anywhere. Stick around, everybody.
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon!
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
Smugly, yeah. He makes it look much more even than almost anybody else does. He plays at a very smart range against the grapplers. He's not afraid to challenge up close. You know, he knows that that's his game plan, and even against the grapplers, where a lot of people would back off, he's willing to still go in. So he plays it in such a different way.
Yeah, he has to. He knows I have to be offensive with this character. So instead of eliminating any opportunities for the other guy, I have to make my offense better. I have to choose the right guess, the right mix-up, and he finds the mark.
Man, his spacing was impeccable there. Oh!
There it is, finding the right choices.
That's what I'm talking about.
Finding the right choices.
He's not afraid.
You can't be with Dudley. That's why Smug has taken this character so far.
Oh. Okay, lariat. Oh, gotta punish well. He doesn't. Lucky for Itazan.
Smug trying to match in the ground game. That's tough against Zengi.
Yeah, it is. Okay, there's red focus now. Gonna get the nice setup afterward. Oh, is that it? Almost. Ah!
Looking for another ride just to let him know.
That's much more of the round that Itabashi wants, and that's how the round often goes against non-Smug Dudleys.
Right.
But
that's what you were saying. This match doesn't look too good for Dudley.
Yeah, it's not. As far as the character matches go. Right. But I feel like Smug is better at playing it than most. Look, a lot of grappler players are not used to people going in on them.
Right, and a lot of Dudleys are not going to do that because they're afraid.
Look at him! Look at this guy! Is that it's not stunned yet.
He's gonna stun him.
Next hit, certainly. Oh, he knows it.
He
knows it too. Look at this guy! Itazan is afraid. Oh, God.
What?
Wow.
He got so many buttons out, but the stun is still there.
But he was holding back the whole time. You don't get that stun back unless you get out of block for long enough. As a Zangief, you just are not, you oftentimes don't have to build that really good defensive play because people don't challenge you.
They respect you because they're afraid of an SPD.
Right. So when you come up against somebody like Smug, I just feel like that's a great player matchup, even if the character matchup is not that great.
Yeah, he comes in with an advantage that the grappler's not going to expect. That last revolution on the lariat, Itazan gets himself around.
Oh, wow.
That's a surprise.
Yep.
Smug shrugs it off.
Smug's anti-airs. Seriously. Okay, 360 kick. Again, the setup is going to be delayed. Yes.
Good read there from Smug. Nice response from Itabashi. Comfortable lead for Itazan. Oh, gets backdash SPD from a world away.
That's one mix-up away. Oh, wow. Again, the grab. 3 times the grab. There it is.
That was very smart response from Itabashi. Just the tip of the gloves on the cross roundhouse, but Itazan was one step ahead.
That is just a wall. Hard for Dudley's buttons to get through. Okay. Itazan has found some things. Good stuff. He's a round away from sending Smug to losers.
Yeah, when it's 1 game to 1, and Smug tried to play a fast round there, got away from him very quickly. Now, this is a very tough position to be in. this is the position you could lose. This is match game, match round for Ithazan.
I see Smug trying to pick that spot on screen that can be beneficial to him, but Geef's strong, Geef's medium kick. He just has such good buttons in this match.
He ran into so many of them before, and we know that, as we said, Smug will shrug those things off because he has to. But now you can lose, so it becomes that much more dangerous.
Okay. It's been delayed each time here. Not this time. Nice read. Oh, but wow, just reversal. Oh, what a read on the backdash. Doesn't have EX.
He's not afraid. He gets the low roundhouse.
Oh!
And a stun. Can he kill him here? He cannot.
It can fall apart so fast. Oh. Oh, he just jumps back. Oh, he just wants the trade. He just wants the trade.
Oh!
He didn't get it. It's going to need something else. Oh!
The chip. Ithazan last as he realizes he left himself prey to the second hit of that. He thought he had the right choice, but Smug with great presence of mind chips enough. Ric Flair!
Yeah, he was looking for a pile driver there because it's come a couple of times.
Yeah. This could be curtains.
Yeah, next hit. Oh, that could have been it, but he let it rip.
Oh, that's late. That's it.
Oh,
No, he missed
he lived again.
360.
No, that's it. He had a second chance. It didn't. Welcome back to Final Round 2019 on the Capcom Pro Tour. It's the first stop here, and we are halfway through the top 8. Top 4 remaining.
That's right. And, quality top 4 it is.
Of course. You couldn't expect anything else, considering that this is the first premiere and everybody wants those points.
I mean, we had matches that were semifinals, winners semifinals in the pools that could have been grand finals.
Oh, for sure.
At some other tournaments.
Super tough.
You know.
But we've narrowed it down to just 4.
Ooh, boy.
Those 4, of course, Momochi is in grand finals. He just qualified there. Johnny is waiting in losers finals, and these two gentlemen are going to decide who gets in. It'll be either Punk or CJ Truth.
And CJ Truth apparently wanted a blind pick, and Punk actually just said to him, he's like, I only play Karen.
Oh, really?
So I guess Punk was like, I don't know why you want to.
That's funny. Okay, so, I mean, Punk does have other characters, and in fact, he has in the past specifically counterpicked Karen with Karen.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've seen him do that. I've seen him do that.
You mean Colleen with Colleen?
Oh, my bad. Colleen with Colleen. That is what it is. Yeah,
yes, yeah. Yes, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Didn't he do that to... No, it wasn't CJ Truth. It was somebody else.
Neon,
yeah,
Neon or
right.
nephew.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, it is going to be Karin versus Karin.
Mm-hmm.
Punk versus CJ Truth. You can see them right there fishing with their respective buttons. Standing heavy punch from Colleen and standing medium kick from Karen.
Ooh. Oh, trying to maintain some pressure.
Yeah, you can see just, you know, the quality of footsie buttons that Colleen has. That makes it so that Punk actually has a little bit harder time with the footsies.
Yeah, I do think she's one of the better counterpokes in the game, but Karen is maybe the best.
Yes.
I mean, she's amazing at it.
Ooh,
yeah,
look at that,
just
there. Waiting, finding the right time. Here we go. Punk taking round number 1. Remember, we said CJ Truth has already eliminated every single U.S. player.
He beat Tampa Bison, and then he beat Brian F., and now he's got a chance to eliminate Punk as well.
All right. Well, Punk says, I'm not going to be added to your list of defeated opponents.
Coming in. Punk doing the big damage. Stun mounting. Oh, what an expectation!
Yeah,
CJ Truth, he was looking for it.
Okay, gonna activate to keep himself safe. A little too far for the throw. Ooh, look at Punk! He says, you know what, throw me.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it was. He was willing to take it for sure. He's just waiting it out.
But you know, the dashes that CJ Truth had used up until then were all non-meter using dashes. They were all very, very quick dashes. She only uses the meter once she starts skating, like that.
Here's CJ now. Punk has been playing kind of hands off, but he's lost a lot of life because of that. A lot of that was grabs. Patience, and then what a time to flinch, but it wasn't sealed.
Art. He didn't critical art.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Part of this almost feels like Punk is kind of like trying to toy with him a little bit.
Yeah, I get that sensation as well. He's been.
But you know what? Here we go. Big damage.
In trouble, and in fact loses the round. I mean, it's not obviously what's going on. I mean, he's not really doing that, but it does feel like he was playing a little bit too cautiously.
Oh, yep, that's going to be punished. All the sweeps are about -11, -12 in the game.
Some are tough to punish, but that I don't think really is one of them. And Karen's sweep is a really good sweep punisher.
And that's all because of distance more than frame data, for sure. Oh, you are almost... Oh, boy! I love it.
That was to save him. That if he'd gotten hit there, that would have been the crush or the stun and then the death. Here he goes.
Activate. Wait.
Safety. Patience.
Oh, and that almost looked like Punk was on the one on ice skates at that point. He was
way too far for the grab.
CJ was almost kind of giving Punk a little bit too much respect after he activated the V trigger, and Punk used that opportunity to dash forward himself.
That's funky, right? Both players in the last 2 rounds, when they had the life lead, when they had the advantage, they were pretty patient. They were almost maybe too patient.
These two players really kind of respecting each other in the footsies, but again, we've talked about how good CJ Truth's whip punishing is and his reactions and everything like that. But like Punk, I mean, honestly, his whip punishing and his reactions might be the best.
It might be the best. I don't know that anybody has better. Reset instead of meter. Will he live to regret it? And again, it's the dash into the grab almost every time.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
There you go. I mean, what a better display of Punk's ability to whip punish than right there. It's just so difficult to play against.
Yeah. And you know what? It's weird. It's not like pressure in your face, but it's still stifling. You just feel like you can't do anything. And we've seen so many matches where the last round where the player just seems like they lost all their patience. We saw Sarah Blast do that a little bit earlier this weekend. And I feel like, you know, when you fight against someone like Punk, that can happen so easily.
Activation comes. CJ trying to get away, and in fact he does. Here he goes.
Punk was chasing him, man.
Trying to get away because that range right there is so dangerous. You don't want to be there against Punk.
Nice.
But it was counter hit. He sees it. CJ's got some damage. Not enough.
To kill. Ooh.
Anti-air, please. He's got it. He dashed back exactly to that spot. I mean, again, he doesn't seem like he wants to challenge in that round, at least, at that range of crouching medium kick from Karen. So he dashed back, but part of that means he was at the right spot to anti-air, too.
Yeah, and that was probably one of the reasons why he even dashed back in the first place, was to be in that anti-air, because how many people have been in that situation, just jump out of the corner?
It feels right, even when it's not.
Okay.
A lot of patience from CJ here.
Yeah,
2 grabs in a row, and he was willing to take a third.
Go for another one, yeah. Oh no! But no punish from Punk. But he still gets it anyway.
It's all good for Punk. Yeah, everything is working out for him.
Anyway, dead.
2-1. Or 2-0, excuse me. Punk is just dominating at this moment. Individual round for CJ, but no games. So Punk looking good. And for CJ now, look, he lost a game against Brian F, and he switched to Cammy, and it was all downhill from there.
I don't think he's going to do it, because I've seen it so many times. Cammy's losing to Karen. Karen always kind of outclasses Cammy just by the slightest of margin in footsies, mostly thanks to that V skill and the stand heavy kick. And it's enough to kind of give her a little bit of problems. And I think that's probably what CJ's thinking right now.
Nice from Punk, the chase down. Working on stun. Didn't cancel it. CJ, can you keep it up? Yes. In range with the fierce. Pressure here.
All right, what's he going to do for the setup? Just goes and pokes and attacks.
Great spacing. Yes.
Oh, no. Again, that's the mistake Tampa Bison made a bunch of times.
Hold on, though.
Oh,
Punk has super. If he finds one hit, that's it. CJ knows it, so he
does
find the moment.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Beautiful counter poke with that standing light kick. Just a nice check timing right there. Punk probably tried to just go for that crouching medium kick to get the victory.
I would think, yeah.
Oh, God.
Walking into that danger zone.
You know,
it doesn't look like anything on screen, but to walk into that zone right there, there's a feeling of fear that I think most players feel in that spot that these two are just not feeling.
People have often said that footsies, the hardest part about footsies is the walk forward part. That is one of the key factors of footsies, is walking into your opponent's danger range and just believing they're not going to hit the button at that time.
Yep.
And it is always the mark of whether you are okay at footsies or you are a pro at footsies.
Where are we going? From the front.
Yes.
CJ
beautiful.
Trying to keep it going. One more.
Oh, man. He could have countered that V reversal. That would have been so sick. And he could have canceled that, too, I think.
Yeah, but that's a pretty hard read.
Yeah. It could also be OS'd a little bit, I think, if you just do a late cancel. I just turn and like kind of look behind me, and I know this has nothing to do with this match, but Johnny is standing behind us and he is just jumping up and down in place right now.
He's getting ready. He'll face one of these players pretty soon. CJ says not quite yet. One game for him. It's 2-1.
I love that little expression on Punk's face there. He was like, okay, okay. Need Yipes up here to do his Punk imitation right now.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, here we go. So CJ taking that one game. I mean, it was 2 rounds straight. 2 rounds straight. So pretty convincing for him. Oh man, whiff punishing that standing heavy kick. I just talked about earlier how hard it is to whiff punish that move, but Punk just had it. And again, learning to stand just outside of their danger range and then having the whiff punish all ready to go. It's just a massive class of spacing and distancing.
Big damage. The stun mounts as well.
Oh! Still can keep the combo going.
One more for the stun, and no, Punk escapes, and now he is the dangerous one. Oh. It's already over.
Yep, that's when you get 2 of those back dashes.
Well, doesn't even need super, probably thinks he can kill. He ended up spending all 3 bars, so all right.
But that's the smart way. He knows he could kill with 3 bars. So he'll just see how many he needs to spend, and if it killed before that, he would have 1 bar left instead of just going for the super right away.
So match point, Punk.
Oh,
the respect on both sides.
There's some the Mexican standoff right there.
They feel like they both feared at that moment. I mean, we were talking about how they're so brave, but at that spot, ooh boy. Punk now with the pressure. Okay.
Oh man, he has not been correct on that read except 1 time. Oh, again. Whoa, but...
Oh, maybe because it was a fierce?
Yeah, the hit stun was a lot longer from Punk's fierce.
I still feel like there could have been something from CJ in response.
Yeah, maybe just like a
stand short or something.
Yeah, stand light kick into hands.
Wasn't expecting it in any case. So CJ is on the ropes. Does have trigger. He's a dangerous man, but the way Punk has been playing, he's been able to seal off victories really well when he's got the life lead.
Still 1 more skate. Nope, just ran out too far for that to connect. What a throw tech from Punk.
It's getting to the range where CJ can't get touched.
Because honestly, Punk is going to take damage by getting hit, and he actually went for a throw tech anyway. Okay, here we go. Get the hit.
CJ's got to make this part count right now. This is the corner for him. He can't get touched.
No, that wasn't comboed. Wasn't a counter hit on that crouching medium kick.
Yeah, he knows it too. The fear in that spot.
Yeah.
Crouching medium kick.
Oh!
That is a cudgel wielded by Punk.
And there you go. As soon as he got that one crouching. Oh,
see, because of the fear. Look at this genius.
Chip is danger. I mean, obviously with the V reversal from CJ.
I mean, at this point, the time is a bigger issue. Right. CJ, no quick rise to try to time things out. He's going to try to do it.
Wake up super.
Is it enough?
It is not enough. Smart decision right there from Punk. Wow, that was brave to take that last one there.
He just felt like that was the right call.
I almost felt like, I thought Punk was going to wake up super in the last one just to eat the last few seconds of the clock, you know? Because the clock keeps going while the super charges up and everything like that. I thought he was going to timer scam it. But nope, there it was. Punk just took the throw, and he knew that that wasn't going to give CJ Truth the life lead. And there it is. Punk has eliminated CJ Truth. So CJ Truth's streak of ending the final round for the U.S. players has come to an end.
That's true. That's true. But he had a great run.
Yeah.
And congrats to CJ for that. I think that's really, really cool. Super great performance by him. He had a bunch of names on his desk this time.
So you mentioned that he tied for essentially last place at Capcom Cup.
Right.
Now, before Capcom Cup, we made our own predictions, and I predicted CJ Truth getting far. This is what I've been seeing out of him. This is the kind of performance that I've been seeing out of him, and I feel like he's only going to get stronger, and I expect to see him at more top 8s during the course of the year.
So he, again, beat K-Money, Novaspec, Bonchan, Cool Kid, and Gamerby before even getting into the top 8, and then he beat Tampa Bison, and he beat Brian F, and went pretty good against Punk, but it wasn't enough quite there. And Punk now will play against Fudo Johnny in Losers Finals.
And also just kind of want to give a shout out once again. I know I do this every time, but I'll give a shout out to CJ Truth's parents who have really supported this this hobby of his for a very long time. And shout outs to them, of course. Hopefully they're watching this. And, you know, they were rooting for their son, of course.
Yeah, naturally, yeah. So it'll be a battle of Karens who both have among the best whiff punishing we've seen this weekend. This is a very interesting matchup.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
Oh, maybe a Chun on Punk's side. He just told CJ Truth that he's only going to play Karen. But here, versus Karen, maybe a different story. He's still thinking about it. He hasn't locked in.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Ooh.
Maybe. A grimace on Punk.
He's like, what do I do? Oh, he's gone back to Karen. Okay, there we go. We are going to be hearing a lot of Ojo laughs.
People have been talking about this character.
But you know, like,
people have been saying maybe she's one of the best.
I mean, if she beats Karen, can she really talk about the divide in their class? I mean,
that's right. Yeah, I don't know what her win quote is against herself. We'll see.
I'll show you the divide in our... Wait a minute, we're the same person.
Again, this is a match of two of the best whiff punishers using maybe the best whiff punish character. That is going to be a dangerous minefield in that neutral game right there.
Dude, we have been seeing so many matches where people haven't been hitting buttons like at all for good chunks of time, and I don't think either of these two have stopped hitting buttons.
No, and yet there hasn't been like a major hit yet.
I know.
Because they both... part of being a great whiff punisher is being at the right spot pretty consistently where you're not going to get hit. You know, because that means that you can get hit the opponent. So they're both good at that.
Well, keep in mind, everybody watching at home, pink is Punk. So that's the easy way to remember that. Johnny is the one in red.
Ooh, he went in, and there's the super.
Critical, yep. Is this going to kill?
Johnny's already drinking his water.
Yep. I know my corollary was incorrect just once earlier, but almost always kills that critical art from Karen. I'm not sure what it is.
It was more of a rush to seal the deal right there than just a neutral game out of Johnny. And maybe that's what it's going to take. Maybe if they're both so good at that spot, then it's all about finding the pressure in the first place. Just that's tough to do. Here we go.
One bar builds up that V meter. You see he already got a full V trigger, even though he's only taken a little bit of damage.
Got him!
Oh boy.
Johnny is building that stun.
Ooh,
what a backdash, but punished anyway, and maybe enough. Let's see.
Not enough. Oh boy. Watch out for the overhead. Oh, that standing light kick. We've seen Johnny throw that out a bunch. And a little bit of a wry smile on Punk's. Okay, not even a little bit. A big wry smile on his face. Let's see if he does switch to the Chun-Li then.
Yeah, he was thinking about it clearly. Just had the wrong call at the end. He might have been expecting a walk forward out of Johnny, but nope. It was the boot.
Oh, it's going to stay with Karen. Okay, no switch. I mean, the way that Punk is smiling almost kind of makes it seem like he's like, man, this kid is really good with, with Karen, you know? Which is unusual. Like I said, I feel like when Punk is in his kind of cocky, confident mode, that's when he's at his best. But if he's respecting his opponent too much, it might be bad news for him.
Johnny is demanding that respect.
Oh, yeah. No counter hit. Okay, gets the back throw.
Oh, no!
Caught him out of the backdash. Oh, nice. The command dash, EX command dash. You see the flash of yellow, and it strikes a tiny bit of fear in your heart.
Sure.
And so just EX command dash into throw.
Got him. Punk has been able to chase. What is the call from Johnny? It's patience. And into the corner is Punk.
Yeah. And he's going to V-reversal, so now definitely no more threat of stun. And finally, Johnny gets the counter hit.
I'm so impressed by Johnny's decision-making. Defensively, it's amazing.
Offensively, it's amazing. It's just amazing all around.
Wow, what a range and timing to sweep.
Crouching light punch from Punk.
That dangerous walk-up. See Johnny walk up for that strong. It was so close. There's Punk, though.
Okay, gets his first round.
Johnny's talking to himself.
Yep. He's going, okay. Nice, got under there, but not hitting a button in the air, so that means you can land on block. You maintain your trip guard when you're able to land, when you don't hit a button in the air. Oh my god, the quick stun from Punk. Barely 20 seconds into the round.
Here he goes. Look at that as a way to seal the second game.
In fact, the kill came at barely 20 seconds into the round. Okay, there we go.
This is a match of offense. I may have thought that this was going to be all about the whiff punish game in the mid-range. Obviously, that's a big part of this here. But the way that each player's been able to actually end up dominating in control rounds is by maintaining offense.
Yeah. It's like I said, so many of the rounds we've seen between all these players with the footsies has been so careful, but all of a sudden, just buttons from these two, because both of them are so aggressive. And like you said, this character is so good at being dangerous. Oh, what a backdash and a punish of that crouching medium punch from Johnny. Punk now.
On the sweep withstands strong. That range was surgical. As it's 1-1 Punk and Johnny.
Go. Oh, wow, blocked in time. Now Johnny has the pressure. Oh no, he got back thrown into the corner. Oh, nice double dash. Gets the hit.
Finally.
Punk just going with the risk on that wake up EX. No anti-air that time. Again, that backdash into standing heavy kick. Here we go, the pressure time from Punk now. He's going to get the confirm into the critical art. And wow, those two games for Punk were so fast.
They really were. Two rounds. Punk dominant there. And again, it was all about that offense. Started, of course, from the neutral game, but it's fought there less than I would have thought.
And now this is the true test for Johnny right here. Look at his body language. Look at the way that he is positioned right now. That swagger, that confidence, I feel like is kind of missing right now. And Punk, that smile says it all right there.
Man, it's beaming out of him.
Yeah, that is that Punk smile that I was talking about. You could tell when he's feeling good about himself, when he's feeling confident, like he's like, yeah, I've got your rhythm now. I've got your rhythm now. And yeah, look at that expression right there. And Momochi sitting in the background over there, you see him there.
Right behind Johnny. What a shot on the camera.
Yeah.
And the expression on his face is kind of a concerned parent.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can see him closer up than where the camera is. He has definitely, he's got legs crossed, he's got arms crossed. There's a nervousness on his side.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's probably like, this is your true test. This will determine whether someday you will be a man and be the big old leader of a big old band.
Agent Punk coming here to defend the Matrix.
Oh, okay. There we go. Gets the crush counter. And now Johnny trying to get some pressure in there. But you see Punk just walking all the way backwards. But that's the weakness of it, is that you walk yourself into the corner. Ooh, he didn't have to V-reversal that sweep, but nice air to air.
Oh, he was ready for the dash. Punk gets the grab. Johnny was patient.
Oh, wow. Swing that roundhouse, that when it swings forward and back is so good. Oh, you know what? Says, I have one too. So there you go. You try to dodge with your V trigger, I will come at you with mine. Gurenken versus... Ooh, okay. It's 2 rounds in a row now, starting with that crush counter.
Here comes Johnny. Harassing, controlling the corner. The cage. Those are the bars.
Oh my God. Look how much Great Life is
I know, dude. Punk knows it too.
It's all gone.
1,000 damage medium kick. No, he didn't confirm it.
Oh boy.
There it is.
1 bar. Build up the V meter.
That's been consistent there. No, say what, Johnny? What happened there? Yeah.
And that's going to lead into a critical. No, actually, of course not. He's not going to spend that much. And he just goes for the throw. Not enough to kill yet. He just wants to clip him with 1 more button. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Back throw. 1 more hit for Johnny. God.
Match point, Punk. Trying to get into grand finals here.
Oh God. Has the anti-air all ready to go. Johnny with the counter poke. Ooh. Ooh, he went with the medium kick. What the heck?
Here's Pong. Pressuring a bit. It was the short before the grab this time.
The nerves right now.
Oh no!
See? The
Johnny!
nerves. I'm telling you
He's
right
falling
now.
apart. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Johnny's falling apart. He's got a battle.
Oh, that was too far.
Lucky for Johnny right there. It's a chance. It's another chance.
Oh my God, and now the gray health on Johnny. But there we go. Gets the heavy kick, builds it up, slide into the corner. Corner carry. Tries to find the hit. Nothing.
His own. Johnny stabbing in a little bit. Here he goes.
But you know what? Punk will take that throw.
Here he goes. He can't take anymore. He can't take anymore.
Backdash with the Gurenken. I feel like...
Oh, Johnny, what a battle!
God. He got him into the critical art. Johnny is gonna stay alive. There we go. And you see the applause from Momochi in the background. Oh my God, you see that applause? It was just like, well done.
Well, that was really well done. I mean, it wasn't just that he did well in the game. It was that it seemed, we both felt it, that he was falling apart.
Yes.
And he battled back mentally. And he survived it, not just survived it, but ended up taking the game. It's 2-2.
Now that smile from Punk disappearing a little bit. Trying a neutral jump to try to catch some forward movement from the opponent. Ooh, that's a good trade for Punk because he gets the knockdown and the corner carry. Here we go, pressure into the corner. Can Johnny survive this right now? No, another throw. That's exactly what... Oh, he went for another one, but Johnny backdash in the corner. Oh, what a backdash, and again the whip punish, but the second hit of the Magician didn't connect.
Lots of control by Punk. He backs off just a little bit. Oh, the grab comes. That was an intended shimmy. Didn't work.
Yeah, but he walked forward and actually walked himself into range, but that time the shimmy from Johnny works.
Expensive. No, say what? And then in the air by Punk as well, but ends up sealing it with the kick. Medium kick there. You can see it on his expression there. Okay, Johnny talking to himself, trying to coach himself right now. There's no Momochi. He's sitting behind. It's all up to Johnny.
Okay, well, getting thrown, and every one of these things is going to just add to the pressure. I mean, at that point, I almost wonder if Punk should have just went into the critical art right there, just to kind of put that pressure on Johnny. Oh my God, he went for the EX!
It's going to be close to stun.
You crazy man!
Will he do it again? He doesn't get a chance. Punk ends up taking it over Fudo Johnny.
And that ends the run of Johnny, who played fantastic, who played amazing. And you could see on Punk's face how much he respects the play of Johnny. He stood there and waited for him to give him that handshake. And Fudo Johnny here with a breakout performance here at final round, and that is just an indication of where this kid is going.
Yeah.
Maybe someday his name will be in lights, but for now, he is just going to have to take third place to Punk, to Momochi. But you know what? Momochi, I mean, look, he's still sitting still, but he probably could not be more proud of Johnny.
I mean, really,
right now.
It's hard to be. I think that's great. I mean, you know, we talk a lot about Momochi. I think he's done a great job coaching Johnny, but that is on Johnny to seek that out in the first place, to sort of be worthy of that in the first place. For Momochi to think, yeah, I should train this guy is already a big thing. And then he studied well. He has become an absolute top player. Third at final round, the first premiere of the year, attended by all of the good players across the world.
And like you said, all the good players, and the list of names that he took out, like if we can go back and see.
Sure, yeah, Johnny took out, so he beat Doomsnake, Moke, Ceroblast, Gachikun, and Xian, and then in top 8 he beat he beat Brian F, then lost to Momochi, and then
lost to Punk. Yeah, I mean, he took out last year's Capcom Cup champion, Gachikun, right? I mean, that says it all right there, right? So what a quality of play from him right there. And honestly, you know, if you're going to have to hand out MVP awards for this tournament, you know, I feel like Johnny is probably right there. It's him, Brian F.
Certainly Rising Star 2013 is probably Fudo Johnny.
Fudo Johnny.
Yeah. Oh, nicely done by him. So now it's going to be Momochi and Punk. And Punk has been just going with Karen today. He did threaten to go with Chun-Li. But I think I would still expect the Karen versus the Zeku going into Grand Finals. Take a look at the bracket. We'll go over what has occurred so far.
Yep,
there you go.
Last 2 players left. It is just Momochi and it is Punk. It is down to you and it is down to me. Momochi and Punk.
2 players who, across the lifetime of Street Fighter V, I've thought both of them at one point or another were the best player in the world.
Yep.
And Momochi, I think that was back in Season 1.
Yes.
For Punk, that was Season 2. And now, early in Season 4, this is the battle. Right here to see which one.
And again, you know, I feel like, again, I mentioned it was at 2 Capcom Cups ago. The last one that was at the Sony event, right? And like I said, there was an interview crew there doing a documentary on Momochi and stuff, and you know, and they started asking me questions, and you could tell that the way that their line of questioning was, they were like, do you feel like his performance recently will make him lose his sponsorship? Do you feel like there was this concern level over there, you know? And sure enough, you know, he did get dropped by Echo Fox at some point in time, but then got picked up by Big Tricks, and now look how strong he is. And then, of course, funny enough, on the other side of it, we have another player that was at Echo Fox.
For sure.
And I feel like his performance wasn't as strong. He got dropped by Echo Fox, and now all of a sudden, look at him. You know,
pick up by Reciprocity.
That's right. And now Punk, I feel like, has kind of gone back to his former self at this point in time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, he looks really, really strong. Again, it's going to be a battle of 2 of the best footsies players in modern Street Fighter history.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we've been talking about Momochi's whiff punishing and footsies, we just said that maybe nobody's whiff punishing and footsies is better than Punk on the planet.
It might really be these 2. I mean, these might be the 2 best. There's a couple other names I would certainly put in that conversation, but absolute short list, top 5, top 3, whatever. Got to have both these folks.
Not only that, too, but the reason why they're here in Grand Finals is because they're good at that stuff, and they're good at everything else.
Everything else, yeah, right. Okay, we'll see what characters they line up with. Again, I'm looking for a Karen, and I'm looking for a Zeku.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything different. I mean, we already Momochi just saw the Colleen versus Karen play, right? And he saw him take out CJ Truth.
Sure.
Obviously, I'm sure Momochi probably thinks that he could play a little bit stronger than CJ Truth, but, you know, it might be better for him to throw a little bit of a different look at him with that Zeku.
Again, we're seeing a Chun-Li on Punk's side, but he hasn't locked in.
No, that's not Punk's side,
is it?
That's, because I see Karen selected right there.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
Now we have exclamation point. I'm sorry, the question mark. It's the randomness. Zeku, turns out. Wow, what a surprise.
Yep, going with the green color as Momochi always does. Definitely his favorite color.
That's right, yeah.
Always known for the Apple Ken, right?
Apple Ken? I don't think I've heard it called that.
That's what I've always called it.
Really?
Since Super Turbo, the green one, yeah, the Apple Ken.
My favorite apples are not green.
It's true, it's true. There's not a lot of green apples out there. What are the green apples?
What do you mean?
What are they called?
There's a bunch of kinds.
Anyways. Okay, here we go. Start off with the Lanzy's punish right there, and then the media attack.
This is all Punk so far. Talk about a way to establish things in this top.
Oh, had a shimmy, okay.
And he really milked everything he could get out of that one. Meterlessly, here's Punk still controlling the corner, trying it out as Momochi.
Is Punk trying to take out this entire team? Right? He's like, I took out the student. Now this is the final boss for Punk right now, right? Yeah. He just took out the level 4 boss. Now he's going after Mr. X on the top of the tower right now. The top of the game of death.
But I think that really couldn't have gone better for Punk.
Yeah.
He whiff punished a couple of big things. He capitalized on them very well. He defended the one time he needed to. Everything was good.
A back throw, puts him towards the corner, but there's that standing heavy punch. It's so nice because you can chain into the second one, and that gives you plenty of time to hit confirm off of it. The back throw, what a genius! To stun with the back throw to get the maximum damage, lightest scaling possible, high stun, no scaling, so that combo could kill.
Well practiced as Momochi. He's played this game before.
Everybody else probably just would have went like strong fierce into whatever, but Momochi optimized.
Forward dash from Momochi. Talk about a way to move. He didn't want to be in that corner, that's for sure.
Oh, here we go. The single hit again. How does he do it?
Momochi.
Anti-air. Just the light kicks to push him out into a little further distance. Ooh, good block from Punk, but he's going to get the combo.
No, it was an air from Momochi. He wanted to stop, he didn't get it. Or maybe slide, whatever it was. He didn't want to keep running.
Combo something, yeah.
He waited for this time. I feel like Punk has been watching Momochi and learning well, and he's going to take the game #1. Now, keep in mind, since he's coming from the loser side, he's got to win 2 3 out of 5 sets back-to-back.
That's right. Essentially, you see the W next to Momochi's name. That means that he is in winner's bracket. Every player has to be sent to losers before they can be eliminated. So Punk taking game #1, but again, this is 1 out of 6 that he needs to win.
Yep. I guess maybe Momochi will try out the more mid-range control character. The character with the DP, nope, it's gone. Here's the punch.
There's that range on that standing heavy punch again. Reaching so far, nice. Again, that single hit confirmed from Punk. And, you know, people who don't play this game that often, watching at home, don't realize how difficult that is. And see, it got blocked, and there was no cancel right there.
It's such a small window. We're talking about, honestly, milliseconds, and he does it consistently.
And everything is going Punk's way. This is not, I mean, this kind of maybe shows you, you know, how strong Punk is. Momochi did really well against, you know, Johnny, his student, but right now, Punk is just running all over Momochi.
Punk not challenging again after that roundhouse.
Wow.
Here
right
he goes.
There. That was the first time I think I've seen that crouching medium kick not confirmed in a while.
Momochi. Oh, he wants to let it intentionally wait.
Yeah, he wants
to
the
get the stun.
Damage, yeah.
He wants to get the stun.
So that was
got there before the sweep. Is that enough? It's going to be the stun. Punk very fast. Oh, no, hold on.
Okay. Whew. Punk took, I mean, there was 2 times right there. Once when Punk tried to get the maximum damage stun, and then second one that didn't kill, that there was maybe a little bit of like, uh-oh, kind of feeling, but
I almost casted a curse on him. Not quite.
Oh my god! No buttons from Momochi. The patience from him right there. I mean, I'm telling you, the reason why that's so crazy is because the natural human reaction to whiff a throw because you just see it and like freak out, to be able to withhold yourself from doing that just takes so much restraint.
There's the V-trigger, and so Momochi wanted to slide, but that stance strong from Punk has interrupted it a couple of times, and now Punk can get the corner. No, he saw a dash forward before from Momochi. This time he was hanging out.
Okay, gets the cross up. Okay, no reason to cancel into the run.
Uh-oh. He thought it was going to punish. Yeah, I'd like
it's
an understandable idea.
Not going to spend it.
Safe on stun is Punk. He's really trying to get in there.
Oh! Okay, back throw. Just
a super, yeah, there's no V-meter yet, so that's going to be the punish and the kill.
Punk now at match reset point. Reset point already. How long have we been playing this? Like 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
Yeah, really, it's just been a few minutes. It's a total blow-up. There's no other way to put it. Momochi needs to make big changes.
There we go, going to the V skill to change back into the old. So he's going to try something a little bit different here, but also to switch sides as well, because that V skill, when you go into old mode, you will go switch sides like that. Or you can switch sides. Oh, that missed!
Yeah, Punk has not jumped often, but that was the perfect time to do it. And now Momochi, if he gets hit by one of these strongs, may lose the round again. There's a lot of meter on Punk's side. Momochi's got V. Oh, the timing!
There it is right there.
I was just going to say, Momochi has V-trigger. All the Zekus in the world want slide into activate, and so Punk knows it. He blows it up. It's a fast, dominant, controlling 3-0 for Punk in set number 1.
Someone running up there onto the stage to give Punk another bottle of water right there. Make sure that he remains hydrated, and now Momochi has to dig deep. Does he switch over maybe to Colleen? Does he switch over to Ken?
Yeah.
Does he switch over to Akuma?
You know, it wouldn't be surprising to me. There's just been so much control. Well, he's locked in on Zeku again. But, yeah, the footsies game from Punk. Like, I'm trying to think back to when it was Momochi versus Johnny, and, like, what was Momochi doing that was different against Johnny?
Right.
But
I think the bigger question
I have to go back and see the tape, because right now, all I'm thinking about is Punk controlling that mid-range.
I think the bigger question to honestly ask is what has Punk been doing that was different than Johnny? Because Punk has just been going crazy right now. And again, it might just be one of those things that because Momochi knows Johnny so well that he was kind of ready for a lot of what he wants to do.
For sure. Okay,
oh, nice.
It's not over yet, though. There's the roundhouse.
Okay, there we go. Here we go, Momochi.
It was definitely a more intense offensive pressure kind of thing. But it's not the first time he's tried that. Punk has just shut it down in the past. So here's Momochi mixing things up better.
Oh!
Yeah, dude. All these interactions feel like they can be so dangerous when you're up against somebody like Punk.
My heart skips a beat like every one of these little things, I swear.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there we go.
Because you know all the hits are going to matter.
Yep.
Nothing's incidental here.
Especially between both of these players, right? So.
He backdash. Wow. Punk.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that light kick wasn't going to be able to get much off of that.
Blocking it out. Trigger's over. He just walked up and grabbed. That's how confident he feels, and he can take the round.
Off of a whip standing heavy punch, he just walked in there and took the throw.
It's rare to see Momochi get walked in on like that. Really. Punk's been able to do it a couple of times so far.
Here we go. Punk again on this offense, and he has gotten so many throws. Okay, wake up buttons from Momochi. This is a good start here, and again, using the V skill to switch sides. Wants to get out of the corner, but he is stuck in old mode that way, but after the uppercut, oh boy.
Into the corner he goes. What a whip punish!
But it was too far.
Yeah.
Here we go, activate. Oh, the mix-up! What side is it gonna be? Guess what? It's the other side.
Stun is mounting, almost the end of the round. He finds it. There's Momochi taking game 1 of the second set.
Getting his first game. We talked about how fast that reset was. It was like 5 minutes or something like that. But then Momochi coming back and now getting his first win. That is a huge momentum killer right there. Momochi, and a confidence builder for Momochi. Not that Momochi needs confidence building, but feels good. Oh, the counter hit light punch is going to combo into the crouching medium punch, and then the meaties right there. Guessing whether he's going to quick rise or back roll correctly. Oh, and there we go. The stun right away, early on. Okay. Oh, boy.
Nice. The movement's there.
Punk showing that he is not deterred by Momochi's first win. He is still in it. Oh, wow. No confirm off of the single hit.
It feels so silly to criticize him for that, right?
Man,
but no, you're right, though.
What a scrub. He just didn't confirm on that one hit.
Yeah,
man.
He's not letting anything go.
No, not
Nothing.
that time.
He wants one more for the stun. He was hoping for the slide. That's what the neutral jump was about, but Momochi waited.
Okay, that's safe. Oh boy, the counter into the critical. Was that too early? No. Okay. Can happen sometimes. And there it is, Punk taking game number 1. It is 1-1 here in grand finals. This is it. This is the last set right now. So 2 games away for both players to take final round, to take the first premiere. How big would it be for Punk to be able to take this event?
As you said, this is 700 points on the Capcom Pro Tour, and that effectively means it's real likely that you're going to qualify for Capcom Cup at the end of the year. So there's a lot riding on this.
Yeah.
Money as well, by the way.
You're right.
By the way, it's about 600,000 plus in prizes given out over the course of the year. This is a big pot here.
Yeah, but winning this gives you so much relaxation for the rest of the year, for the next 8 to 9 months. you can feel a lot more confident about your position. But here we go. Okay.
I think that's the first time all day we've seen Punk drop that kind of thing.
Supposed to be an air throw that he just missed?
Uh-oh. Momochi trying to block it out.
Okay,
he still has that trigger. If he can find a spot for it here at this range.
Fake the fire jump off the wall. Oh, he just got the raw jump and he's going to get the hit. Yeah, there we go.
He didn't.
Oh, he didn't have it. Ah, the empty jump. But you know what? Oh, no, there was no counter hit. But Punk was still crouching. I'm not sure how he got hit. Punk was definitely crouching.
Tried to air it again.
Oh, to the other side. Here we go. Sticking with the old. Okay, finally goes to new. Sorry, young.
The new, yeah. Brand new Zeku.
Oh, what a whip punish on that standing heavy punch. And here we go, the meaty again. Saw the back roll, had the meaty timing properly. Back throw into the stun. Punk ties it up 1-1 here in game number 3. Again, who's gonna go up 2-1? We're gonna find out in this round here. Appropriately the final round for this game here. Oh, back throw. It looks like Punk, once he gets in, he's just doing his thing, you know,
so
exacting his will.
And he's been able to shut down Momochi of all people at that range. So, Momochi pressuring, trying to make something happen. He was willing to take the grab, was Punk.
Yeah, and again, Momochi's so good at staggering his normals, but Punk is not taking the bait. But
here we go. Momochi's got a big chance. He's waiting to see something. Into the corner now.
Oh, boy.
Only option is super from Momochi as far as defensive tools go.
He made it out. But
again, the walk up. It's so consistent now. Punk has managed to just shut Momochi down at that spot.
Yeah, but you see Momochi with the wake up.
Okay, the jump comes.
He went for the Xian and it didn't work. And now Punk is 1 game away.
And we will see what Momochi does. Still Zeku? He's lost 5 games with this character. He's only won once.
Boy.
And he goes back right to it. It's potentially the final game of Final Round 2019, but we'll see. Momochi's not done yet. Trying to find some moment against this absolute juggernaut approach of Punk. Okay, those are some different button timings right there. We haven't seen this with the roundhouse in that spot. Here he goes. Maybe Momochi has made the change. Punk. Maybe recognized that there had been a change and he went for EX.
Close to stun. What side? Oh, wow. I think Momochi actually thought he was going to be on the other side.
Trying to stay away as Momochi here. Doesn't want to be in that mid-range anymore. You see how he's... Well, gets cut. Here comes Punk now. Oh, he was so ready! I can't believe Punk
got him. 1, 2, it's enough.
He reacted to EX dash.
Guess what, everybody? That's tournament point now for Punk. He's 1 round away from taking this.
Can he make it happen? Momochi has to try something else. He has had different button timings in this game, but the end result was the same in the last round. And just like that, he's caught in the corner again.
Oh boy. And then he busts out the EX for Senha in the middle of nowhere. Zeku. Momochi has to stay alive. Okay, V reversal gets him towards the corner. Activates the V trigger. Oh, but the counter pokes.
Okay, he's in trouble. Momochi's there in the corner. Punk threatening. Trigger's already over and not much usage on it. Here he goes.
1 EX. And guess what? Punk is your champion. He raises his arms into the air. So happy that he was able to do this coming from the losers bracket. Winning 6 out of 7 games here in Grand Finals. Punk back on top of the mountain as your Street Fighter V king to start off the Capcom Pro Tour. Congratulations to Punk right there.
Shutting down both Momochi and Johnny. Master and student, neither one enough.
That's right. And Punk, man, we have said for so long how much he is, like you said, he was one of the best. clearly he was.
He had the most consistent and the best, I would say, overall season 2.
Yeah.
Didn't win Evo, didn't win Capcom Cup. Everything else.
Right.
He was right there, probably the best. What a start to the year for him.
Great to see. I mean, when Momochi won Evo Japan, I was so happy because I loved seeing Momochi back in that, back in the...
I'm a big fan of Momochi. I mean, really, his play style, I've been impressed by ever since Third Strike days. Been watching him that long. He's one of my favorite players. But
even outside the game, what Momochi is doing and everything like that. Just what a wonderful person,
Important community member. Done a lot of work on that side of things as well, while maintaining his ability to be among the best in the world. That's not easy.
Yes, but Punk, he is the one who is going to come away at final round as the champion here to start off the year.
So kind of a restoration for Punk, maybe. And same for Momochi, even getting second place. But for Johnny, who's getting the medal right now, it's something new. He's up here. We're watching him give out the medals at the moment. And although he doesn't seem that happy right now, I think he'll look back on this with fondness. And I hope that he's proud. He played really, really well.
Yeah, he's not done.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Any stretch of the imagination. But what's interesting is that it was another Karen player who beat him and then beat Momochi. That is actually going to be super valuable to Johnny.
That's
right?
true.
He's going to be able to watch and see what timings did Punk use that threw off Momochi that I was not using. And so he's going to be able to get a lot of information out of this. Shout outs to Larry Shinblanca right here, handing the medals to everybody. Looking snazzy in that suit.
All dressed up. Looks good.
And Punk
holding up the trophy. Looks as happy as can be. Also very happy for CJ Truth this weekend. To get 4th place is a big moment for him. The last few months for him have been awesome. He's been among the best in the world. Oil King getting 5th place. Brian F. also getting 5th place. They both looked really good for the most part. Oil King, well, both of them unfortunately got to winner's side, top 8, and then went 0-2. That's tough, but I'm really happy for Brian F. that he's up here at a major final round, as stacked as it was. That's something to build on hopefully for him. And for Oil King, hopefully maintain. I mean, it's not the first time for him. He's been able to do that kind of stuff for the last year or so.
And then this guy right here, Tampa Bison. Let's hope this is not the last we see of him this year. Let's hope Tampa Bison actually travels a little bit more and goes to more events.
Again, last year, he only went to final round. That was it, the whole year.
But, I mean, clearly he's a good player, right?
Clearly.
He's been so good even in Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter Cross Tekken. He was super good.
Well, he'll maybe go back to pretending that he's just playing Apex Legends. But Street Fighter 5 is the game that I know, having talked with other people who play him a lot, that he's actually grinding that game constantly. And you can see the results. Shout-outs to him on that.
And then, of course, Xian from Singapore. Again, I've had nothing but respect for this guy. I called him out for winning Capcom Cup a couple of years. It's just never quite gotten to that point yet. But he's always going to be a danger, right? And as much as I know Xian himself is probably unsatisfied with his own play, right? I mean, like we said, the way he talks about Fujimura, like he's a step below him. He made it here in the top 8. Xian, obviously such a strong player, great scientist. So.
Yeah, and it's been a long-running thing for him of doing well, getting top 8 at majors, getting grand finals, even winning some, and yet not just other people not thinking about him, but seemingly Xian not thinking about himself in that same way either. So I hope that turns around. But I expect him to continue to do really, really well.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Bring him on camera. Bring him on camera. Oh, look.
Thanks, Larry. Oh, you got a little boy there.
Yeah, there we go. Larry Jr.
All right.
Oh, he's asleep. Larry was telling us, so he has one of those, arcades rooms over here where you can go and play, like
at the tournament.
At the tournament, we'll play on all the arcade cabinets. His little boy just immediately ran into the room and just was playing there on everything. And when they told him it was time to leave, he was like, no.
Yeah, and don't tell him that in his own home's basement, there's actually a couple arcade cabinets. He doesn't know about it yet.
Don't say that. They're all gonna. I mean, look, Justin's kid already has a Twitter, right? I'm sure Larry's kid has a Twitter. They're all gonna tweet at him and let him know now. Good job, David. Man, ruining a kid's dreams like that.
Look, if I were his dad and he's reading at age 2, I'd be hey, cool. Cool. Yeah, you can play video games for sure if you're reading at age 2. You got it.
Yeah, but I'm glad Larry came up here. I'm glad we were able to shake his hand. Look, last year after final round, Larry said this might be it. I'm not doing this anymore. Final Round had gone for 21 years, had been the start of the CPT for the last, I don't know, half a decade, more than half a decade. And, you know, a lot of me, I'm about like traditions and streaks and these kind of things like this. And to think about the fact that Final Round might have stopped last year kind of, you know, made me very sad.
Bummer.
You know, very, very sad. But to have it back, to be back in the hotel that it's been at previous to the convention center that he had for the last 2 years, and to see Final Round back into a kind of a familiar form like this, and you know, just have awesome tournaments. All the games today, you know, there was amazing finals all day long today. And, you know, I'm happy to see that Larry is continuing this forward, and I hope Final Round keeps going. I hope we get to Final Round 40 at some point in time. Maybe Larry Jr. is going to be running Final Round, you know, 45 at some point in time.
That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
But for now, for Final Round 2019 at least,
yes,
it is over. Thanks a lot for joining us, everybody, for Street Fighter V on the Capcom Pro Tour. The next one will be at Northern California Regionals. That's just in a couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
Very soon now.
2 weeks.
We will see you then. For now, have a good night.
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon!
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the key?